come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to.
The spot.
It's not funny. Don't do that.
I can make time traveler surprised. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible, impossible.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
I do the impossible, impossible.
I looked at my uncle and...
Let me guess. He died?
Chat, if you haven't seen this, I would not suggest you to be in here. If you have not seen this movie, don't be in here. Because I'm still sick as fuck. What's good, chat? Yo, if you haven't watched the movie, don't be in here, bro. I'm just letting y'all know right now. Please, don't spoil yourself. Don't spoil yourself, bro. Don't do it. I suggest you not to do it, because you're not gonna like that. You're not gonna like that. Oh, I feel like shit. Yeah, this movie was incredible. We're gonna be doing a lot of talk about this movie. Chat, what's good, bro? Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing, bro. Oh, what's good? What's good? Yo, everybody like the stream. If you have not liked the stream, like the stream. They help the channel and help the stream. Yeah, this shit was legendary. Movie is one of the best Spider-Man ever made. No, this is the best Spider-Man movie ever made. At first, it was Into the Spider-Verse. In my No Way Home came around, so that shit kind of took over after Into the Spider-Verse. You know, cause home. Oh, okay. All right, I got you, man. I got you. Good. You saw the new Spider-Man 2 gameplay? No, of course, bro. I posted that on Twitter. Bro. If y'all didn't know, if y'all don't follow me on Twitter, y'all need to follow me on Twitter, because that's why I post everything at Twitter and Instagram. But I be on Twitter more than Instagram, so I'm on Twitter more than Instagram. So I suggest y'all to follow me on Twitter and fucking both, to be honest. Bro, I can't wait to the third movie. I found out the third movie comes out next year, so that's good. 2024. I was like, oh, all right, cool. Sorry if I look bummish. If I look all bummish and shit, it is what it is. I'm sick. I didn't go to work today. Yeah, bro. Niggas just tired. Exhausted. I know it's not going to be a lot of people in the stream today because of the fact that a lot of people haven't seen the movie yet. So, we still going to, like, cover this shit and everything. So, we're probably going to be reacting to people's reviews as well. You know who I want to watch, though? New Rockstars. I think we should react to New Rockstars. That way we can break it down as well, like parts that how I felt about certain parts and shit like that, because they're gonna be breaking down the whole movie. So So that was good, Brody. They're gonna be breaking down the whole fucking everything. So I think we should do that. I think it would be smart for us to react to new rock stars and go from there. The movie would have been 4 hours long if they continued one of the biggest animated films. Oh, facts. Facts. There was no way they could have fit all of this into one movie. They geniuses, bro. Shit. The writers are fucking incredible. Like, the animators, oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Incredible. Incredible. And we ain't even gonna get into the the ending's crazy, bro. Seeing fucking Miles. If you haven't, spoiler alert, nigga, it's in the title, bro. If you in here and you haven't seen the movie, leave. If you're in here and if you haven't seen the movie, just leave, bro, because we dropping nothing but spoilers. All right? So I suggest y'all to leave right now because I'm about to talk about a lot of spoilers. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all might as well get the hell on. If you haven't seen it yet. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's 1 a.m. Where you at? Oh, where you? Damn. That's tragic, bro. I'm sorry. I'll do it. Shit. I'll try to do an earlier stream. Miles is my nigga bro. That nigga's a goat. What was your reaction to Toby and Andrew? No, I was definitely surprised. My girlfriend, I wasn't screaming or nothing like that, but my girl was right there. She'd tell you. I was like, oh shit, damn, that shit was lit. Somebody told me that, not told me, but somebody, did they tweet it? I think they tweeted. Somebody tweeted that, Beyond the Spider-Verse is setting up Miles and Miles Morales inside of the going into live action. Like, that's what somebody told me. Yeah, I know y'all saw Marvel. I know y'all saw Insomniac Spider-Man in the game, or not the game, in the movie as well. Like, as like when they was speaking of when Gwen and when Miles was being introduced to the whole fucking I forgot what they actually called it, but basically the safe house of where all the Spider-Man be when they come and go. In the 2099 world, yeah, Nuevo York, and I'm not talking. No, that's not Spider Society. Is that what the area was called? It was the particular name for the area. I'm not talking about Nuevo York. Yeah, Spectacular was there, but no, of course. What I'm talking about is and we're gonna get into everything too. But what I'm talking about is Gwen was like telling Miles like what type of Spider-Man they have here and all that shit, blah blah blah. And it was like she was like, we even got a video game Spider-Man here, and Yuri was like, they turned it to him, and Yuri was like, hey, did somebody call my name? Some shit. That shit was funny. That shit was dope. I was like, oh, they really showing like Marvel spot. I think he was in the actual new in a new suit and everything as well. That shit was crazy. Why his mom look like J-Lo though? Yeah, Andrew, of course. I saw everything, bro. I don't think I missed anything, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I probably did, but I didn't miss anything really. I was looking for I was looking for Easter eggs and shit while I was watching. I was looking for hella Easter eggs. But let's get into this shit. Let's see. Like I said, there's not gonna be a lot of people in here, which is okay. It is perfectly fine because this is a spoiler joint. This is a spoiler reaction, not reaction, but a spoiler stream. So it's okay if it's not a lot of people in here. I get it. I do want to I understand. Like if somebody watches afterwards, that's cool. Oh fuck. All right, let's see. Bro, yeah, they showed fucking Donald Glover, bro. That shit is crazy. As Prowler. And I wonder what universe he was from. Like, what? That shit is insane, bro. That shit was fucking crazy, bro. All right, I need to... What was I doing? New rock stars. Hold up a second, y'all. Did they do the new Rockstar do a full breakdown? Oh, they did. It's over with, nigga. We about to watch this whole thing. This video is 40 minutes long. This video is 40 minutes long. You know we about to watch this whole thing, right? And I'm going to be talking, not while, but I'm going to be pausing and shit while they were reviewing the whole thing. Bro, Problem Miles walked up like he, bro, on God, bro. That nigga walked up like, oh, you talking about Miles as Prowler? Oh yeah, that nigga was different. Oh shit. Yeah, that was different. That's a cold motherfucker. Miles is Prowler. I'm like, oh, this nigga a thug. And I like how different they made. I mean, of course, but I love how different they showed. Like, yo, this nigga's nothing like what he is like in the ultimate, quote unquote, ultimate universe. It's not even the ultimate, but you know. Oh, Hobby or Hobie? Hobie's dope. You know what's dope? Hobie, and we're gonna get to it. Hobie was like, you know when Miguel tried to trap Miles inside of that fucking shell of it's not a cell, but you know what I'm talking about. When everybody was around it, they tried to trap Miles from leaving, right? And Miles had to use his bioelectricity to get out of that shit. You remember earlier in the movie, Hobie was like telling Miles how to get through that shield or whatever, right? When it was Gwen, Miles, I forgot who else was there. And I think it was the Indian Spider-Man. I don't remember. But anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. And he said, "Yo, you gotta hold your hands out even like more, like with the palm of your hands to break through the shield." And then that shit was dope because it went back to the point when they tried to trap Miles, and Miles like was looking at Hobie was like, "Do this," like telling him, "Nigga, escape. What the fuck you doing?" Hobie, he don't give a fuck. He don't care. He don't even care about that whole society bullshit. He don't care about none of that shit. That's why I fucked with him as a character. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. He didn't give a fuck at all, bro. That shit was hilarious. That shit was funny. Yeah, when he went to the wrong universe. All right, let's get into this shit. So we're gonna break it down from the beginning. Shout out to New Rockstars. They some goats. We're gonna watch this whole thing, bro. It's 40 minutes long, so you know we watching this whole thing. There's just no better feeling
than performing.
This is gonna be a fun stream.
Welcome back to New Rockstars.
My boy Eric Voss is a goat, bro. Shout out to Eric Voss, bro. He breaks everything down like to the T. Goat, bro. This man's a fucking god.
I'm Eric Voss, and this is a breakdown of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
They break everything down.
And stunningly animated sequel to 2018's Into the Spider-Verse, a movie filled with Easter eggs, cameos, and incredible attention to detail. I'm gonna break this movie down frame by frame to point out a ton of details that you might have missed.
Fucking goat.
I revisited and broke down the 2018 film for dozens of new details, and I hosted a live stream of Across the Spider-Verse on the Deep Dive channel. So subscribe to the Deep Dive and support us with a Miles Morales Multiverse Dive shirt over at nerdriot.shop. And whoa, hey, look at that. I'm already wearing it right now. I'm gonna wear this shirt until I'm bleeding from my armpits. Okay, over the opening glitching logos for Sony, Columbia Pictures, and Marvel, there is a brief Miles from his name tag in the 2018 film that he slapped on everything. And the Lord and Miller logo has their crest glitching to an old-timey fine mustache ad with the faces of the producers themselves. And as with the 2018 film, we actually open with the approved by the Comic Code Authority stamp, which was put on comics covers in the 50s to reassure parents that the comics wouldn't glorify crime or corrupt their kids' minds. We open with Gwen Stacy, this time framing this sequel as much her story as it is Miles's. She says, "Let's do things differently this time," telling
Bro, she was playing the fuck out of them drums in the beginning. I couldn't even hear what she was saying.
Miles' story third person instead of the first person perspective of the introductions of the first film. We see the selfie of Gwen and Miles that she had on her phone in the last film, where you can actually see Peter B. Parker's legs stretched out between the bus seats behind them. This was on their bus ride back, the first time they really connected. And we see
Gwen
so young drumming as a member of her band, the Mary Janes, setting up the wild drum solo music that we hear over the closing minutes of the movie as Gwen reassembles her new band.
Right.
During Gwen's solo here, we see flashes of Miles' life from the first film, but also his upcoming battles with Miguel and the Spot. So really, this kind of serves as an overture or a prologue for the events to come. This is Gwen's home universe, Earth 65, and the animators designed it to have a pastel watercolor aesthetic. It looks so great. The paint strokes flood into each other, a contrast to the harder lines and boundaries of the other realities. On the subway, Miles appears in the windows.
Yo, going back, wait, let's go back real quick, because Miles' world, well, where the spider came from that bit him, is that Stan Lee? The fuck? I just noticed that. Shout out to Stan Lee. Rest in peace, bro. Man, God. But, fucking, Earth 42, where the spider came from that bit Miles in his world, bro, insane, bro. That the aesthetics of that world was crazy, bro. It looked completely I was like, yeah. Like when I found out he was in the wrong when his mom, I was telling my girl this when she was sitting next to me. When his mom said Spider-Man, I was like, this nigga's in the wrong universe. Like he's definitely in the wrong universe, bro. 1000%. Like for sure. Let me blow my nose real quick. Hold up a second. It shouldn't take too long. Oh shit. God damn. Oh my God. I'm sick as oh Jesus. Can't see that. It's lagging. Huh? Is it? Is the stream lagging? Chat, is the stream lagging? How? Ugh. Bro, I have a whole fucking LAN cable in. I don't even know how that's the case. Bro, why are we starting at 8 o'clock? Oh my God. That shit dumb as fuck. Alright, no, my bad. I'm looking at something else. I'm straight. It ain't lagging. Okay, a little bit. Okay, I think it was just for a little bit. Alright, cool. We good. Everybody like the stream. Let's get back into this, though. Let me know if this shit lags, bro. If it does, we'll figure something out. If it don't, we'll figure something out.
Miles appears in the windows, recalling the 2018 film when Stan Lee appeared as an angelic presence on passing trains, which really hit hard back then because it was just a few weeks after Stan died. Gwen remembers before Miles when there was her Peter Parker. This Peter's voiced by Jack Quaid. In her flashbacks, Gwen has longer hair because this was before Miles stuck his hand to her hair and she had to shave it. Gwen flashes through several meals that she, Peter, George, and Aunt May prayed before, including one that might be Halloween. Peter dresses as a dinosaur or a...
Yo, this is crazy. A lizard, because y'all know Peter became lizard in her universe, which is crazy. How I like that. Interesting. These are little things that I caught too.
Lizard, Gwen in a traffic cone shirt, George is a cowboy, and they're all eating, what is that? Bagels! This is the cursed food that led to the Spot, and in 2022 became the symbol for the multiverse, with everything everywhere all at once. The bully that roughs up Earth 65 Peter isn't Flash Thompson, it's Ned. As in the Spider-Gwen comics, this Peter becomes the lizard, thus his Halloween costume, which we actually saw at the end of Gwen's backstory in the 2018 film. And then we hear the voice of J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson reporting, Captain George Stacy is leading the manhunt for Spider-Woman. Simmons...
Hey, hold on, chat. Let me check. Let me make sure my shit. All right, excellent. All right, I just had to make sure, bro.
Voices J. Jonah Jameson in several different realities in this movie, including the Lego universe.
Bro, no, we gotta stop this. We're gonna be stopping this because there's certain things I want to say about certain scenes, bro. Bro, nah. Hold up.
Is it freaking Nexus?
Nah, this nigga's a goat. This nigga's a god. All right, hold up. Let's go
Gwen's
back real quick.
In the 2018 film.
And then I'm trying to go to the Lego area.
J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson reporting, Captain George Stacy is leading the manhunt for Spider-Woman. Simmons voices J. Jonah Jameson in several different realities in this movie, including...
Bro, this shit right here, bro. Y'all know a 14-year-old animated this scene? The same 14-year-old that animated the trailer, the Lego trailer to to Across the Spider-Verse, animated this one. Do y'all know that? A 14-year-old, bro, made the whole Lego scene. Why are you putting JL? What the fuck is JL? Oh, JJ. I thought you said JL. My bad. Yeah, J.K. Simmons is a goat, bro. He did that. He got millions of views already on the fucking trailer. Yeah, bro. This whole scene was insane, bro. Like, the Lego shit was crazy. They need to make a Lego Spider-Man movie. I mean, didn't they make a... I don't remember, but I know they made a game and shit like that, obviously. But, like, this shit was legendary. This was perfect. Like, and the little wrist shit that you having, beep, boop. That shit was funny. Me and my girl was in that shit dying, bro. Laughing like a motherfucker.
In the Lego universe later, this guy is a freaking Nexus Bean, I'm telling you. In the Stacy family home, Gwen is watercolor painted blue and an otherwise pink wash, showing her depression. Her room, her sanctuary, is also blue like she is, but her dad, in orange and fuchsia, wears a faded Visions Gymnastic Academy sweatshirt, suggesting he might have once done cheer
good, bro.
and probably coached Gwen's acrobatics when she was young. He's a good papa. Gwen has replaced her teal ballet slippers with teal Chuck Taylors, which she reportedly got from Hobie Brown. So I don't know, maybe they met before Gwen teams up with Miguel and Jess in the Spider Society. When Gwen hugs her dad, the blueness of her room warms into pink watercolors. Sometimes that's all it takes to change your whole world. Above Gwen's door is a sign reading, "Protect trans kids," and some of you are mad now. And if that pisses you off, feel free to stop watching. I don't need reviews.
People was mad as fuck about that shit. Like, on Twitter and shit.
Spider-Gwen webs up her dad.
So, how's the manhunt for me going?
Yeah, she lowers her voice just like Miles does when he is masked and he talks to his dad.
Thank you for your bravery tonight.
Now, the vulture she fights glitched here from another universe, and he's named Adriano Tumino instead of Adrian Toombs, voiced by Jorma Taccone. His design and his sepia color tone and his papery texture is based on Leonardo da Vinci's sketches. And like how when he fires weapons, da Vinci's scribbles and instructions appear around him. He lands in front of the Jeff Koons retrospective exhibit. This is a real exhibit at the Guggenheim with balloon animal fixtures made from stainless steel. So basically, this is a Renaissance-era artist disgusted with postmodernism. It's just kind of an art joke. He says, which translates to "Bye, girl" on the screen, but Gwen is saved by Miguel O'Hara, voiced by Oscar Isaac, Spider-Man 2099 from Earth 928, who first appeared in the 2018 film post-credit scene. Gwen
They changed his whole suit, which is dope. They made him way bigger, too. Have y'all noticed how big he is now? Nigga swole as shit. Bro, shout out to my girlfriend. Bro, this nigga swole as fuck now.
The Blue Panther.
That's funny.
The caped Blue Satyr.
Yes, Blue Panther reference to Black Panther with similar claws.
Right, the
Caped
claws.
Blue Satyr reference to Batman. Caped Crusader with similar brooding. When
Right.
he's introduced with this comic, it lands on the stack of the comics of all the other Spider people we've met, including all the ones in the first film and
Like
the
the
order
stream.
that we met them. I just like how this stack is cumulative. Miguel shames her and the others for breaking the multiverse in the last movie, and then he says,
He started on Doctor Strange and the little nerd
From Earth 199999.
back on
I think it was 19.
Earth 1999.
Who's Doctor Strange? Sounds like he maybe shouldn't practice medicine.
yes, Earth 1999 has
Fucking
in the
Peter
past been
and-
the numerical designation for the MCU films and the shows, but this was thrown into question when Christine Palmer called it 616.
I don't know why they keep doing that, bro. Like, this shit pisses me off. The MCU need to stop that shit. It's not the 616 universe. Stop involving it and putting it inside of these damn movies and making these kids think that this is the 616, and it's not, bro. It's not. That's one thing I do like about Sony. They calling it by its real fucking name. No, this is not the main universe. Stop it, bro. The comic books are the main universe. Nigga, read more comics, kids. Please. Because I'm getting tired of that shit. I'm getting tired of that, bro. I'm getting so tired of that. It's so annoying. It's so annoying, bro. I'm telling you, it's super annoying. Tom Holland will be in Beyond the Spider-Verse. I mean, maybe not. Because Beyond the Spider-Verse is obviously I mean, somebody said, like I said on Twitter earlier, somebody said that Beyond the Spider-Verse is most likely going to take place. Not take place, but at the end of it, it's going to end up having Miles in live action. Which would be dope as fuck. That would be a dope-ass setup, bro. That would be crazy.
In Multiverse of Madness, I made a video proposing that the MCU deserves neither designation. Vulture reassembles his wing, and Miguel complains, he's got hammer space. And then we see an editor's note text window popping up, defining it as an infinite extra-dimensional storage area for cartoon hammers and the like. This is calling back Spider-Ham's mallet gift to Miles that he said could fit into any pocket and not take up any space. Miguel's digital assistant is Lila, voiced by Greta Lee, and she calls in Spider-Woman Jessica Drew, voiced by Issa Rae. Her yellow goggles
she did a good job.
the shape of her yellow eyepieces in the comics. Overall, she has the red, black, and yellow color scheme like she does. And yes, she is pregnant.
Are you,
Yeah.
Yes. We don't know the sex yet. My husband wants it to be a surprise. He's really corny, but so hot.
Jessica Drew is pregnant in the comics leading up to the Secret Wars event, and we do not meet her husband in this movie. Presumably, we will meet this interesting character in the third movie, Beyond the Spider-Verse, coming next
I'm sure.
year. Now, when the Vulture falls, he hits a beam, and then text says, "Notte notte," which is Italian for night night. And the three of them stop the helicopter from crashing over the bystanders, and one looks up at it and says, "Yeah, I think it's a Banksy," which is a callback to the same exact soundbite from the 2018 film, the vocal cameo by Post Malone.
Yeah, I think it's a Banksy.
So Captain Stacy holds his daughter at gunpoint, and she unmasks herself, and the watercolor brushstrokes smear down behind them. Just a cool way of showing their whole world melting. Miguel and Jess invite Gwen out of pity to join the Spider Society, and they
Hey, yo, that looked just like Issa Rae a little bit, too.
lead through these hexagonal portals, hexagons being a recurring shape in the MCU to show rifts through space and through dimensions. So, on to Earth 1610, Brooklyn. There's a food cart for Mother Shuckers. I love it. We follow this spot, voiced by Jason Schwartzman, as he robs the ATM.
He did an amazing job.
As he passes the bodega register, it reads, "Game over!" So, the spot peels off one of his oozy ink dots to try to open a portal into this ATM, but he fails. At one point, he runs his own hand to the side and he hurts his knuckles. But when he finally reaches in, notice how the $100 bill has a different face than
Bruh. What the fuck?
Benjamin Franklin. Thought this might be director Joaquin Dos Santos.
That's so fucking perfect, bro. Like, these little small things that they be catching is dope. This is why I love our new rock stars. We're going to be catching everything, bro.
I'm not exactly sure. And in addition to calling it an ATM machine, the spot says pin number, which is also redundant since N stands for number already.
Right.
Now, Miles cuts away from this to recap the past year. The sequel, I believe, is set 1 year and 4 months after the first movie. Among the villains he fights appears to be the Marvel villain Leapfrog.
I was looking at that.
To Jeopardy with categories including arachnidiums, spider sense and sensibility, the wide web world, and Thwibbit. We learn he endorsed baby powder, which is a callback to
and then he was
Parker's
like
advice in the first film to use baby powder to get in and out of the suit. Then he has
Exactly.
to apologize in a YouTube video. And then we see Miles adding to his No Expectations wall art mural all of his friends from the 2018 film. I love how throughout this movie, Uncle Aaron keeps coming back and back and back just to remind us how important he is to Miles' life and set up the big twist in the final act.
Nigga. Crazy. I want them to in Beyond the Spider-Verse, I want them to explain how Miles became Prowler in Earth 42.
This fight with the Spot causes him to be late to his parent-teacher conference, flying through portals in the background and catching a goose, which is a callback to when Miles got stuck to 2 pigeons in the first movie.
I remember this.
When they fly through a blue portal, following them is another bagel, the symbol of Jonathan Owen's pain and his rage toward Miles. I like how on Jefferson's phone text history, he wrote in all caps, "This is imporkage," and then he tried to correct Kent, and then finally gets it right, important. Miles fights with the Spot on a rooftop, dodging his punches and kicks, at one point squeezing between a punch and a kick, essentially threading the needle. I love it. Miles pats the Spot on the head, and red text reads, "Good cow," because with all the spots,
Looks like a
he
fucking
looks like
cow.
a Dalmatian and a cow. And then Miles and the
course.
Spot tumble into the foam party cafe, having a literal foam party with all the suds and bubbles.
Little dude was like, I don't think I want to have this costume anymore. I don't think I should dress up as this shit had me This shit had me dead as fuck, bro. I swear to God, I was laughing like a motherfucker.
And that goose squawking around. This is the same cafe that Jefferson pointed out at the beginning of the 2018 film, the one with the long line, as the neighborhood was being gentrified. Miles returns to his Brooklyn Visions Academy dorm room, where his roommate remains, Ganke Lee, who is Miles' buddy in the Ultimate Comics, but this character in the 2018 film had all of his dialogue cut.
Yo, they did, right? Like, in the first one, they didn't really... Genki didn't even really say shit at all. In this universe, Genki's not really involved like that. I mean, he knows Miles is Peter and shit like that. Or Miles is Spider-Man and shit like that, but he's not really involved. Like, you know, have y'all noticed that? Y'all noticed that shit? Like, he's not involved like that, like he's supposed to be, like he usually is. This nigga Genki swole though now. Y'all see this nigga swole? You know Genki a fat nigga. You know what I'm saying? Genki a fat dude. Like they made him swole in the jump. My boy be hitting the weights. I feel you. That's dope. Yeah, he was playing Marvel Spider-Man 2. I pointed that out to my girl. She was like, "Oh yeah, yep." She was like, "I see it." I was like, "Yeah."
Remains Ganke Lee, who is Miles' buddy in the Ultimate Comics, but this character in the 2018 film had all of his dialogue cut. The character has now been given lines and aged up in physique and in voice.
Right.
I'm not your guy in the chair.
Every day
You are the guy. You are my guy, and he's supposed to be the guy in the chair.
Not from real estate. If you're
I
someone
don't
that's
give a fuck
looking-
about that.
Are those my Jordans?
I can't help it if we're
Get
the
my
same
Chicago
size.
ones back.
Guy in the chair, a reference to Ned Leeds, Jacob Batalon's character
Exactly.
in the MCU, being Tom Holland, Peter Parker's guy in the chair in Spider-Man Homecoming, and the character of Ned in the MCU was really just based off of Ganke Lee from the Ultimate Comics.
Exactly.
Now, Ganke Lee is voiced in this movie by
I'm like,
Peter Sohn, director of Pixar's Elemental, and is also the voice of Socks in Pixar's
I didn't know
Lightyear,
that.
Since one of the co-directors of this movie is Kent Powers, director of Pixar's Soul. I like how they just keep it in the family, even though Peter Sohn's Elemental is going to be in direct competition with the
Elemental's gonna be
Spider-Verse
so good, bro. Me and my girl was like, we gotta go see this shit. It's gonna be so good. We have to see that shit.
month of June at the box office. At the end of the day, all these animators just love and respect each other. I love it. So
love
Miles
it.
finally arrives at the parent-teacher conference where his teacher is voiced by Rachel.
Oh wait, let me go back because they ain't say nothing. We ain't even speak on it. So I don't know. I guess they didn't show it. I don't know why they didn't show it.
Elemental is also the
Hold on.
Peter Parker's guy in the chair in Spider-Man Homecoming, and the character of Ned in the MCU was
Hold
really
up.
just based off of Ganke Lee from the Ultimate Comics.
I'm trying to
Now,
see if they.
Ganke Lee
Okay, so right here, we could watch the video, but I mean they not showing it in this video. But Genki was I posted it on my Twitter if you want to see it. I posted the whole video of it, not the whole video, but yeah, technically the whole video of it. They show Genki actually playing Marvel Spider-Man 2. The reason why I know it's Marvel Spider-Man 2 is because of this. I hope we don't get hope we don't get banned for this. Should we even show it? Chat, what y'all think? Should I show it on my Twitter? What y'all think? Let me know. Type 1 if I should. Type 0 if I shouldn't. Type 1 if I should show you, and type 0 if I should. It's pixeled as fuck, so. I just don't want to get banned. I mean, I'm not going to get banned, but you know how Sony is, bro. They don't play that. I mean, they should never put it in the movie, right? But I love Sony, though, at the end of the day. Love Sony. I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt. It's nothing. I mean, it's not like it's a spoiler. It's in the movie. And this is a spoiler reaction. So, in spoiler review. So, all right, bro, you don't got to spam it. All right. We don't got enough. It's coming from the same people, bro. We have 40 plus people in here. I need everyone to let me know, bro. It's coming from the same people. Stop spamming one, bro. I saw your one, bro. No cap. All right, we're going to break it down, bro. Let me go here. Hold up a second. Shit. Go back a little bit. Okay. Bro, why are you spamming? God. Damn. All right. Cool. I'm gonna go there right now. So, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. All right. Okay. So let me pull it up real quick. Let me pull this shit up, bro. Yeah, here we go. And Miles Brown should play as Miles Morales, bro. I truly believe that. All you gotta do is cut his mustache. He looks just like Miles. Like, he couldn't easily play as Miles. But anyway, where's it at? Where the fuck is it? Where is it? Here we go. This shit got 300 likes. Oh, interesting. All right, so new gameplay, y'all. He said, "Pick me." No cap, you good, bro. All right, so look, so he uses his legs to kick off of the ground, right? Bam. You see that? Y'all see that? That's new gameplay, bro. You cannot do that in the first Spider-Man at all. You know what I'm saying? In Marvel Spider-Man. And that goes back to, basically, right? That goes back to this right here. Oh shit. I know there was videos made about this, but I don't care. We gonna break it down ourselves. That goes back to this from right on the money. Right on the money. Right on the money. So basically in that gameplay, bro, he's doing this move right here in the gameplay that we just seen on the movie.
Push me.
He's doing that right there. He's doing that right there. He's kicking off with the legs off the ground. That's literally what he's doing. He's literally doing that right there. And we're going to go back. Go back. That's just literally what he's doing right there. Right there. So that's fire, bro. So that's dope as fuck. I like how they involved that. That's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty dope. That's dope as fuck. Let's check this connection. Cool. We good. That's pretty dope, bro. I love that they did that. I love that they did that. It's definitely going to be an L1 move. It's going to be an L1 move for sure. All right, let's get back to it, y'all. We only 9 minutes in. God damn, we got 40.
Elemental is also the voice of Socks in Pixar's Lightyear. Since one of the co-directors of this movie is Kent Powers, director of Pixar's Soul, I like how they just keep it in the family, even though Peter Stone's Elemental is going to be in direct competition with Across the Spider-Verse in the month of June at the box office.
Oh, for
At the
sure.
end of the day, all these animators just love and respect each other. I love it. So Miles finally arrives at the parent-teacher conference, where his teacher is voiced by Rachel Dratch.
This part was funny.
Grades are pretty good. A in AP Physics.
That's my little man.
And a B in Spanish.
She went off.
Ooh, okay.
Miles.
Are you trying to
Mira,
kill
eso
your
es
mother?
imposible.
I love how Jefferson tries to place that cat theme.
This shit had me dead. Nigga done broke the damn. That shit fell again. He was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm not
He
even gonna-
fails, the teacher's eyes just dart over, but she just keeps talking anyway. It's kind of like in Iron Man 2 when Tony Stark obsesses over that thing on his desk. We learn
Yep.
that Miles is excelling at AP Physics because, like the MCU Peter Parker, it just helps any Spider-Man to know physics and trajectories and motion. But Miles B in Spanish is met with outrage from his Puerto Rican mother, and when she snaps, it forms a little Puerto Rican flag, like the sting of his mother's snap.
Like,
Hits him
nigga,
with
you
the
don't know your
full
Spanish?
might of his Puerto Rican heritage. So Miles leaves the guidance counselor's office to rejoin his fight with the Spot, which tumbles into Wilson Fisk's old Alchemex Collider site, the location of the showdown of the 2018 film, but it's now under construction with this canopy made of reflective panels, reminding me of the dome that was constructed over the Chernobyl site. Based on its "Pardon Our Mess" sign, it looks like Alchemex are the ones actually cleaning it up. Maybe they're continuing to have some nefarious plans here.
Right.
Like, you would think the government would be like, you guys aren't allowed anywhere
Right,
near
nigga,
this.
y'all just fucked up the whole goddamn, you know what I'm saying? What y'all doing? Y'all need to shut that down. I don't know why they didn't do that.
So the Spot explains his back.
It's lagging. Why is it that when more people join, it lags? That's interesting, right? I find it funny when that. Yeah, all right. Let's check this out real quick. We can exit these out. Oh, it says excellent collection, so we good. Now it's not. Look at this. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. How? Chat, tell me how. There's no way. I can't do nothing about it. What? There's nothing I can do. I mean, y'all telling me it's lagging. Thank you. I can't do nothing about this. I can exit this out. That's about it. Once we get more people in here, too, it just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. Like, that's crazy, right? I have a whole LAN cable in. I know it's lagging, bro. I see it. Jesus Christ. There's nothing I can do about it. I just gotta sit here and wait. People gonna leave. People might join back. People might not. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not my Wi-Fi. Serious issues that need attention, but you're not telling me what issues it is. Oh, okay. Let's see what we got going on. I swear, bro. I can't win. I can't win. I can't win. There's a whole LAN cable in, and it's still lagging. That doesn't make any sense. So that's how I know it's not me. Ain't nothing I can do about it, bro. The stream's bit rates. Bit rate 9500. Wait, is my bit rate too low? I can't be. What is my bit rate set as? I don't even know where I see stream. No, that's not gonna be it. No, I don't got nothing to do with it. Video, nah. Output. Oh, that's weird. My bit rate is at 7,000. It should be at 9,500. You think we good? No, we're not. Oh, now we are. Yeah, we are. That don't make sense. This shit just don't be making sense, bro. Next time we stream, I'm gonna put my bit rate at 9,500. So the bit rate, I know, I see it in the comments. How is my bit rates dropping though? That doesn't make sense. I know it's fine now, chat, but still confused on how that happens. How does that even happen? It doesn't make sense, but whatever. Make it fucking make sense. What? Bit rates dropping. Shit dumb. Why the fuck this keeps on coming on? Alright. Let's get back to it, bro. We have 50 people in here. Wow. We have 56 people in here. How am I doing today, Witty? Fucking horrible now. But I'll be good for the stream. I'm good for the stream. Whatever. It is what it is. But after that shit just pissed me off. Alright, let's get back to it.
Backstory, and we see the Earth 42 spider that bit my sign. It looks like Alchemists are the ones actually cleaning it up. Maybe they're continuing to have some nefarious plans here. Like, you would think the government would be like, you guys aren't allowed anywhere near this. So the spot explains his backstory, and we see the Earth 42 spider that bit Miles, but in its Earth 42 reality, right before it left, it was going to bite alternate Miles. You can see his hair in braids. This is foreshadowing the Miles we see in the third act of the movie, The Big Twist.
So, it was supposed to bite this Miles. Of course, obviously in Earth 42. But, I mean, like, this is interesting. Because, like, that Miles wouldn't have had no Peter. Interesting. Do y'all think, like, comic book wise, do y'all think that's the reason why that happened in the comic books? That, you know, since, you know, like with this spider, or is it just movie based? You know, Peter in the Ultimate Universe, Peter died and blah blah blah. Miles becomes Spider-Man, get bit by a spider, blah blah blah. What y'all think about that? I mean, I don't know, maybe. Oh, fuck. Let me see. Hold up. I'm trying to go back to the chat, but my phone is... Ain't no service over here. At all. It's nothing but trees. Alright. Dame, thank you, bro. So
we see the Earth 42 spider that bit Miles, but in its Earth 42 reality, right before it left, it was going to bite alternate Miles.
Oh, so right before it. Oh, wow. Right before it was about to bite Miles. Yo, that's crazy. Do y'all understand how crazy that? Right before it was about to bite Miles, that shit bit. Fucking, not bit, but it went to a different universe. That I didn't notice. Right before it was about to bite Miles, that's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Cyrus. All right, Magdi. That nigga Nightbot said, Magdi, sometimes you scare me. Yeah, it's definitely movie based, yeah.
See his hair in braids. This is foreshadowing the Miles we see in the third act of the movie, The Big Twist, telling us that in that reality, it was not going to be a Peter Parker who got bit. It was going to be a Miles Morales. The spot reveals that he was the one who got struck with that hilarious bagel.
That shit is funny as fuck.
Brought this guy back.
Bro, I don't think y'all understand how funny this shit is, bro. This shit is hilarious, bro. I had to show my girl that shit. And while we was watching the movie, I had to show my girl that that's what happened.
So, between Owen being the source of Spider-42 coming into 1610 and Miles being the source of the bagel incident, they really did create each other. The Spot trips and he kicks himself in the butt through a portal. It looks like one of the pieces from debris from the hex tiles kind of looks like the rectangular USB drive from the first film. The trip mirrors Miles tripping on his shoelaces when he was running across the rooftop for his jump test. That is what broke the USB drive, and it kind of was the embarrassment early in his arc that motivated the rest of his story. So, similarly for the Spot in this movie, his embarrassment here is really what unlocks the next stage of his hero's journey. He finds himself in this inky hole realm where all the dark matter has left his body, creating all these portals into the multiverse. The first he looks into is this classic animation universe from the 1940s with Ben-Day dots. There's a woman in a black and white polka dot blouse who hits him with her purse, her blouse matching the pattern of his skin. On the cinema marquee is a movie titled The Tall Man, coming soon. Then he looks into the Lego universe, calling back Lord Miller's work on the Lego movies. Welcome back to this one. Then he drops by Chinatown of Earth 688 with Ms. Chen from Venom. Venom Let There Be Carnage.
What do you want? I'm robbing you because I'm a bad guy.
I love how unfazed Ms. Chen is. And the brand of gum he steals, if you look closely, is Brock's Venomint, a reference to Eddie Brock, Venom. And this establishes Sony's Venom movies as Universe 688 and their system of organizing this. Spot looks at his hands and says, the power of the multiverse in the palm of my hand. A nod to Doc Ock's line in Spider-Man 2 in 2004.
The power of the sun.
Oh, God.
Which he
fact, she was used to that shit.
And No Way Home.
The power of the sun in the palm of my hands.
Back in the Lego verse, we see a text box, which is actually in the shape of a red Lego brick, labeling this.
I didn't. All right. This I did not notice, which was so obvious. Like, I didn't notice that the block that had like it was a Lego fucking block. I didn't notice that. Like, but I did know obviously all this shit, but I didn't notice that this was. That's funny.
Earth 13122. This Peter Parker is voiced by Nick Novicki. There's a Lego J. Jonah Jameson in this Daily Bugle office, and they use J.K. Simmons' audio from the 2002 Sam Raimi film when he says,
"Tomorrow morning, Spider-Man, page 1 with a decent picture this time."
So back in 1610, Miles cannot thwip when he's carrying cake boxes, so he has to ride a crowded train.
Wait, what did Saru say? He said actually, if you think about it, 42 miles, which from Earth 42, was probably never supposed to be Spider-Man because the Collider bringing the spider from another universe was an event that didn't involve any anomalies. So maybe Earth 42 was never supposed to have a Spider-Man. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, bro. That makes sense, too. That makes a lot of sense. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Think about that. I'm alright. The attention to detail is great. I like how they like fit, like, bro, they fit all of the animes together, like animations together, even if it's a different anime. That shit was crazy. I don't know how they do that shit. Like Spot going into the different universes, like the 60 shit, like crazy, bro. You know how hard that is to do? Fitting all these different animations, like the Spider-Man especially, all different animations of them in one room. That shit is crazy, bro.
Audio from the 2002 Sam Raimi film when he says,
Tomorrow morning, Spider-Man, page 1 with a decent picture this time.
So back in 1610, Miles cannot thwip when he's carrying cake boxes, so he has to ride a crowded train. Kind of like Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker trying to pizza time in Spider-Man 2 and having to take the elevator afterward. Miles has to hop off the track to quickly zap the villain, the Armadillo. And then Miles foils a thief stealing Nikes. He passes a bunch of gawkers, including this smiling dumbass with glasses. This is an aged up version of that goofy student who smiles at Miles.
Why you say dumbass like that? Wait, I gotta go back. Why you say dumbass like that?
This is an aged up version of that goofy foils a thief stealing Nikes. He passes a bunch of gawkers, including this smiling dumbass with glasses. This is an aged up version of that goofy student who smiles at Miles in the Visions Academy in the first film.
Wrong with
Miles
that
shows
nigga.
up late with the cakes to the rooftop party, having changed into his basketball jersey, number 42, Miles' number. The cakes are now wrecked. His
I'm not
heartfelt
proud.
messages spelling out just, I'm not, and then proud.
Fucked up.
Jeff and Rio complain that Genki calls them by their first name, so later when Gwen does it, they really cringe. Miles refers to his
Nigga said, I'm dying, cracking up. That was the most sarcastic shit I ever read in my life.
friends Peter and Gwanda using Gwen's fake name that she gave him in the first film. Miles returns to his room where boxing gloves hang by the door, again reminding us of his boxing lessons with Uncle Aaron. There's also a Michelle Obama campaign sticker suggesting that in 1610 she was the Obama who held, or at least sought, public office. Whereas before it was Sunflower, the hot track of this sequel is Hummingbird by Metro Boomin and James Blake, which Miles chills out to here. Remember, the 2018 film ended with Miles listening to Post Malone's Sunflower as Gwen opened that portal over his bed and asked if he has a minute. And this scene picks up with a similar moment, just like that. But a year has passed since the events of the first film, and notice how throughout this movie, Miles has been aged up a bit. A longer face, he's a bit taller, and he has longer hair. Floating around his room is a bunch of trading cards with these red and white balls on them. These are for Teriyakimon, the 1610 version of Pokemon. And when they're sitting on the bed, floating past is a framed photo of Miles with his Uncle Aaron, his mentor figure, who was shot by Kingpin in the 2018 film.
Smoked his
and on
ass.
Miles' shelf is an RC Spider-Mobile, which 1610 Peter had a life-size version of in the 2018 film. And above that, the specific photo of Miles' dad Jefferson and his brother Aaron that Jefferson had as his phone background. And this
I just noticed that was then when it was young.
Miles' dad Jefferson and his brother Aaron that Jefferson had
That's fire.
as his phone background. And this exact photo was framed in Aaron's apartment. So this is probably something Miles found in his uncle's apartment and moved to his bedroom. Also on the shelf on the left side of frame, Miles has this wooden moose. This is actually an Easter egg for Lord and Miller's 2021 film, Mitchell's vs. Machines. This moose is a hugely important item to the Mitchell family. In that movie, Gwen finds Miles' sketchbook. Our man is lucky that she didn't see any of the other drawings he probably drew of her in this. But over on the left, he kept a bus ticket stub, Hudson Valley Explorers Schenectady to Brooklyn Central. This was the bus ride home that they took after Gwen saved them from Olivia Octavius in the forest in the 2018 film. So Miles has been scrapbooking his relationship with her. Miles and Gwen swing from construction crane to construction crane, just like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man does at the climax of the 2012 Amazing Spider-Man film as they thread the needle between buses. Notice how this whole block is just colored in pink and teal hues, a way of showing how Gwen's colors are tinting and shading this reality as her influence spreads throughout it. There's this awesome point of view shot from the truck driver. Miles swings on the right side, reflected in both mirrors, and then we turn to the right side mirrors as he flies behind the truck. And the exclamation points from his scream chase him, just like the ah from his fall in the 2018 film and the woo in the final act. I just love how Miles stays behind Gwen throughout this whole sequence, hiding his clumsy collisions and trying to come off as more confident than he really is. Really, though, just copying Gwen's moves, like hastily tying his web to his ankle. He tries to
He did that first, I thought, right? Oh no.
And that he's learned just as much as she has, but really he's just actively learning in this moment from her. They pass the hot dog vendor and we see the action word
taking the hot dog
on
and
hot dog swipe.
Then he threw the money onto his chest.
Then Miles whips money to the vendor's chest. If you look closely, this is an alternate universe $25 bill. I love this. There's just a kid who mindlessly licks the window of the train with a big ol' smile. I think he's my favorite character in this movie. I can watch him on loop. This is just so funny to me. Gwen plants a drone to spy on the Spot's apartment. Above it, I love this, is a billboard with a bagel. All of it, always, all over the place. A 1610 version of the bagel-themed Everything Everywhere All at
Hold up. Hold up a second. Trying to see if my stream good, bruh? Y'all good, right? Oh, all right. I thought this shit was acting up again. Let me double check. Y'all know me, bruh. All right now. Shit acting stupid. Yo, if you want to become a member of the channel, it's the link is in my description. It's only 99 cents a month if you want to become a member. If you can't afford $1, then hey, everybody life different.
At once, this movie's animators clearly acknowledging the bagel parallel with Jonathan Owen. Miles and Gwen look out at the city, sitting upside down from the Williamsburg Bank building, creating such a trippy but great visual. Gwen says,
In every other universe, Gwen Stacy falls for Spider-Man. And in every other universe, it doesn't end well.
Not only is she referring to Earth-65 Peter's death as the Lizard, she's also referring to the universes where Gwen Stacy famously dies in the Death of Gwen Stacy arc, like we saw with Emma Stone in The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
So Miguel and them showed Gwen how she dies like a motherfucker. How she just gets clipped when she gets like in a relationship with Spider-Man and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why she tries to like. That's why she haven't really seen Miles. That's why she really don't want to get too close to Miles. So, yeah.
Back at the roof.
Damn, bro, they ain't have to do that. That bitch broke the fuck out her neck. Minka? Oh my
Back
god.
at the rooftop party, Miles and Gwen whip some food, and we see a can of grape drink, a nod to my favorite Dave Chappelle bit.
A lot of black people don't have the privilege about grape juice because they have grape drink. It's not the same formula.
After Miles' parents scare off Gwen, we get this heartfelt moment between Miles and his mother, Rio. The city they look out on has incomplete sketch lines in the distant background for the buildings, kind of in the haze of the city. It's just a really cool detail to suggest that the Manhattan skyline is a part of New York that Miles might not know as well, because really his home neighborhood is Brooklyn. Rio gives Miles the advice that he really needs for this whole film, saying that she hopes her son never lets any one of those big, fancy, important places he's going to be in tell him that he doesn't belong there. I think all of us can relate to feeling like an imposter or a mistake or told that we're not ready for the big leagues. And I think the third Spider-Verse movie will prove that Miles' anomalistic status is actually the rule all Spider people should live by. But it's just sad to think that this moment with Rio is the last time in this movie Miles will talk to his home reality mother. And his chat with Jeff earlier might be the last time he talks to his dad from any reality. Miles changes wardrobe as he descends a fire escape, unzipping his pants on the ground.
Y'all think that? Y'all think this is gonna be the last time that Miles see his parents? Y'all be crazy, bro. I don't think they're gonna do that. Like, I mean, what y'all think?
Ground had seen a dog walker and a dog.
This shit was funny.
Awkwardly re-zipping his pants back up. Okay, then to Owen's apartment. We see from photographs that he was once a long-haired and bearded colleague to Liv Octavius. His spider containers are labeled Earth 42. This was the spider that bit Miles, which is now deceased because Miles swatted and killed it. But there are other containers labeled 14512. That's Penny Parker's universe. 333 90214. That is Spider-Man Noir's universe. And 19925. This is a universe supposedly written by a bot. Miles jumps in after Gwen into the portal tunnel and lands in Earth 50101, Mumbai, a cross between Mumbai and Manhattan. From above, its geography looks like the island of Manhattan, but greener, and what we think are the rivers are actually just the city's lower levels.
That shit is so fire how they made the Indian Spider-Man.
Down and down, a contrast to 1610 and Nueva York, where the city just goes up and up and up. In Manhattan, instead of the trains running on top of the tracks, the cars hang below from the rail above them. Throughout Manhattan, you can see signs for Zomato, which is a rrestaurant group in India, and here we meet Pav, Privateer Private Cars.
Hey, he was goated. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, he was goated. He was funny as fuck. But I think Hobie is the GOAT, bro. Not the GOAT, but you know what I'm saying. Hobie is the coolest out of all of them. That nigga, I rock with him. He's like an outlaw. He just don't care about anything, bro. And he took Miles' bitch. No, I'm playing.
India from Earth 50101 is voiced by Karen Soni, aka Dopinder from the Deadpool films. He spins his web shooter on a spindle like a yo-yo. It looks so cool. All the action words in 50101 are in Hindi. Like at one point we see thwip in Hindi, and when Privateer hits the spot in the back of the head, it makes this Hindi word dadak, which translates to roughly bang or slam. And Privateer corrects Miles on the common American chai tea.
Yeah, chai tea.
What did you just say? Chai means tea, bro. You're saying tea.
Just like how Miles, when Spot in the beginning, well, not the beginning, but when Spot was trying to steal the ATM, and they were saying ATM machine, and Miles was like, bro, why are you saying ATM machine? Why do people say machine at the ATM when the M in ATM stands for machine? That shit was funny as hell.
And I love how Miles is so distracted, he spills the tea. It flows from the cup onto the table. Also, you could consider this a callback to Miles correcting the spot on ATM machine, which is also redundant. The N stands for machine already.
I just said that
as
shit.
These three fight the spot in Manhattan, we see that his dark matter has filled in more of his body so that he's gradually going more from white to black throughout this movie. He makes it to the Manhattan Alchemix lab for its collider, and Miles tries to supercharge the barrier with this new move that he's working on, but Hobie Brown arrives, Spider-Punk, voiced by Daniel Kaluuya, and he
Wait, really? Bro, I didn't know that.
With this new move that he's working on, but Hobie Brown arrives, Spider-Punk, voiced by...
I did not know that, bro. Bro, I did not know that, bro. I did not know that shit at all, bro. That's dope. But yeah, I like how Hobie was actually helping Miles with showing him how to do shit, and that shit was dope.
By Daniel Kaluuya, and
but
he
he's
looks
fucking
so
fire.
Cool in this movie, made up of different textures of paper, newspapers,
Fire.
and posters, but a lot of it is in the speed at which he moves. In the 2018 film, remember, Miles was initially animated on 2s, which means 12 frames per second.
Yeah, you're right. Hobie is like it's like his frames per second is way lower than everybody else's. The way he moves, the way he walks, like it's like a little small like jitter, like a little. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is fire.
Normal 24 frames per second, giving him a more staggered, choppier movement. By the end of the movie, he was animated on 1s to show his evolution into smoother, more confident.
Exactly.
Frames per second. Hobie in this movie is deliberately animated.
Don't give a
I guess
fuck.
you'd say on 4s. It looks like 6 frames per second. Really, really choppy movement, but intentionally staggered.
It's gritty.
A punk rock poster come to life. I love how this reflects Hobie as a character, a spider variant who makes a choice of being out of step with the other spider people, even more grounded in his home medium than Miles was. It shows Miles that there's another way to exist in this multiverse.
Exactly,
An arguably more powerful way, because it forces the viewer to look at every single pose that you strike. Hobie says,
Jesus Christ, get the fuck off my screen. I don't care.
A role model, I was briefly a runway model. I hate the AM, I hate the PM, I hate labels.
Nigga said I hate the AM, I hate the PM, I hate labels, nigga, I hate it all. That nigga's goated, bro.
Yeah, hate the PM. A bit of wordplay there, because wordplay is always very common in the Cockney slang. Like later we see him say Scooby-Doo, meaning Clue. But by PM, yes, he's saying he hates the time of day in the afternoon, but also he hates the PM as in the Prime Minister.
Right.
The music scene in the UK grew out of anger largely at Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher.
Right.
Geology is a 22-time award-winning skin, hair, and body care company recognized in Men's Health, Oprah Daily, Hypebeast, Birdie, Esquire, and GQ. Their products are built around just a handful of powerful.
Y'all ain't promoting none of my shit. Y'all ain't paying me. Y'all ain't paying me, my boy. Get off my screen with that shit.
Stars 100 to get started. The spot activates the collider and fuses with the dark matter, and Miles' consciousness briefly overlaps with Jonathan Owen's. He sees the black and white future of Owen's plans to absorb all of reality and cause the deaths of police captains, with Inspector Singh, Gayatri's father,
when
and
she was
Miles'
supposed
dad,
to die.
Captain Morales, flickering back and forth as they rush to save a kid. So when Miles saves Singh, in his mind he's saving his own dad, but both are considered canon events that Miguel O'Hara wants to play out. The Alchemix building collapses, raining rubble all over the city, and the Ford leap into action. Privateer sees Gayatri on a double-decker bus on the bridge, recalling MCU Peter Parker's girlfriend MJ in a double-decker bus on Tower Bridge in Spider-Man Far From Home in the MCU.
I like how he had to make a choice because like the choice was kind of similar to like Spider-Man 1 shit. You know, that was fire. What else? Tasm, I think. Tasm 1 when he was on the bridge, right? He had to make a...
Everyone ends up getting saved. It's an awesome scene, but Miles disrupting the canon event of Inspector Singh's death causes dark matter to consume the city. Jessica Drew arrives with the team to contain it. She takes the rest back to Nueva York, Earth 928, Spider Society HQ. And I just love the reveal that initially it's all upside down, with Miles and the rest on the bottom side of the elevator lift. It's an interesting directional inversion of that great moment in the 2018 film where Miles dives, but they invert the shot to make it look like a triumphant rise. Here it's the opposite. Miles is technically rising and going up the skyscraper, but because he's upside upside down, it feels like a descent into hell, because this is not a good place where Miles is going.
Right.
But hey, we get to meet a ton of spider things. The animators say they created 280
Jesus
spider
Christ.
people for this movie. We've already met a dozen or so, but the majority of ones in this HQ are really just non-specific variants of different shapes and suit designs. I'm just gonna cover these specific references to ones known from the comics and other media. So as they arrive, we meet Malala Windsor, Spider UK from Earth 835.
That's
She's
fire.
voiced by Sophia Barclay. She says, "Anyone spot the spot?" And Jess gets annoyed and asks if anyone else's jokes, and we see yellow text boxes showing everyone else's jokes. See Spot run? X marks the weird looking bad guy. Did you say quip or thwip? We need to run a spot check. He could be in any hole in the world. Puns are my weak spot. He's probably
Peter's fucking bro. Being, of course, some of these people are Peter Parker, of course, but this shit is hilarious, bro. Like, oh god.
hiding in some hole in the wall. Hey, way to put us on the spot, mate. This search is starting to peter out. I hate it. And as the camera glides through the main hall of the HQ, we pass the black and yellow Spider Armor Mark II sitting on the left there. Then a steampunky looking one with these extra appendages. This is Maybelle Riley, Lady Spider from Earth 803. There's a traffic cop Spider-Man. And then there's
Spider
a
Cop,
bombastic Bagman. We'll talk about him a little bit later. Then on the walkway, Miles passes the Spider Armor Mark III. And then they pass Peter
I saw the
Parked
car. I saw that.
of Earth 53931, and then dropping into him Spider Side of Earth 616. This is a thick boy clone of 616 Peter. Also, the Last Stand Peter Parker of Earth 312500.
Exactly.
This is
Bro, I know y'all remember the car though. Like, you remember when Peter had got a car, like in the car. And like the toys and shit in general, nigga always had it. That shit was funny.
the Peter with a high collar jacket who gets killed in the Last Stand run
Right.
and exists alongside Ezekiel Sims. Then Peter of Earth 13122. That's the Lego universe that we saw earlier. Connection.
Oh, that's it. Okay, that's the Lego one. Okay.
On top of the windshield there. And then Tarantula of Earth 1610A.
Ah.
16A being a side universe to Miles' universe of 1610. Then they meet the moody and dramatic
Fucking Ben
Ben
Reilly.
Reilly Spider-Man, aka the Scarlet Spider from Earth 94, voiced by Andy Samberg. It's mentioned here that he's a clone because yes, he is from the Clone Saga, and yes, he's got a lot of baggage. Then they meet the Web Slinger, a cowboy Spider-Man from Earth 31913, voiced by Taron Killam, and his horse Widow, who's also in a mask. Lila takes him on the tour of all the multiversal anomaly villains who have been captured. She mentions several Doc Ock, a Mysterio, also a Mysterio.
Fucking Mysterio. That's dope.
And then a video game guy section.
This was so fire, bruh. When they showed this, I was like, bruh, they really just showed my nigga from Insomniac. They really just showed Insomniac Spider-Man.
Between them is the Insomniac Spider-Man of Earth 104.
Crazy. They better mention something. They gotta mention something in the game, bro. Just something. Please mention a little something small, bro. Like, yeah, I had to go, bro. Something, bro.
The universe of the PS4 games, and he asks, "Are you talking to me?" And it's the voice of Yuri Lowenthal, who voices Peter in those
Shout out to Yuri, bro. Yuri just watched my story on Instagram last night. Bro, I was like, damn, bro, this man, what? Crazy, bro.
Insomniac games. There's an interesting villain named Typeface who says, "Go to Helvetica." In the 2018 movie, they changed all the New York City public transit signs from the Helvetica typeface that had sit in the real world to Arial, which Microsoft introduced in the early 90s as an alternative to Helvetica. So this might just be an inside joke with these animators. They might just really hate Helvetica and prefer Arial. And I can tell you, as someone who writes all my scripts in Arial for YouTube, Arial is much nicer because it takes up less space on the page. So that might be it. Then Lila mentions an interesting Craven, a boring Rhino, and then, oh my god, a Prowler, a cameo by Donald Glover in live
went crazy,
action.
bro.
Bobby claims he was the one who caught him himself, and Glover says, "I slipped." Remember, Glover played Aaron Davis in the live action MCU in Spider-Man Homecoming in 2017, and in that movie he referenced having a nephew who lives in that area.
Exactly.
And in a deleted scene calls him Miles. Glover also cameoed in the 2018 Spider-Verse film from his
Right there, yep.
scene in NBC's Community when Troy wears Spider-Man PJs. It's possible that this could be the same Aaron from the MCU just years after Homecoming. It is just wild to see a live-action character sharing the screen with animated ones like Mary Poppins or Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and it increases the likelihood that this series in the next movie may introduce a live-action Miles Morales who will be in the MCU and in the Sonyverse.
Bro, see, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Somebody tweeted this shit, bro. Somebody tweeted the same exact thing. No, in the third game, no. No, I don't see that happening at all. Yeah, the spider get it. I know that, but they never mentioned it in the game. Who said something about this movie being? If anybody says this movie trash, you're trolling, bro. Who said that? I don't even say. Who said that? The movie trash. Michael Joe, you're a troll. Get out of here. He's trolling y'all, bro. Don't even pay him attention. Why would you? I mean, cliffhanger, bro. They gotta. The next movie coming out next year, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that far. Thank God it's not coming out 2 years from now, 3 years from now, like how we got this 4 years from now. Like, you know? Hold up. But yeah, like, and I'm sure they already worked on most of the movie. Hence, that's why it's coming out next year. So they probably like halfway through, probably a little bit less, you know. So yeah, this shit gonna be fire. Beyond the Spider-Verse is definitely gonna it's definitely gonna like bring it in a live action Spider Miles Morales. It has to, bro. What if Tom Holland's in that shit? I'm not saying that he will be, but that would be crazy, right? And I think Miguel didn't put Tom Holland in the, you know, he's not in the whole, you know, shit because of the fact that nigga fucked up shit. He fucked some shit up, so that's crazy. That mixture of having animated characters and live action characters is gonna be dope. That's gonna be fire.
Miles meets Margot Kess, aka Spider-Bite from Earth 22191, voiced by Amanda Stenberg. She is a digital avatar.
She did a good job.
Body is back at home, where she has a poster, "We Are Incognito," with a Guy Fawkes logo, an alternate version of the hacker group Anonymous.
Right.
All these anomalies are sent to the Go Home machine, which comes back later, but Margot states here that it's based on DNA, which is important. On their way in to see Miguel, Hobie rips
it's based off DNA. That makes sense. That's why he went to the Earth 42, because he got bit by a spider from Earth 42.
piece of tech out of the wall, joking, "I bet this doesn't do anything," but it sets up how later he's able to engineer his own multiverse watch for Gwen to use. Like, notice as they continue to walk through, he keeps swiping more and more stuff to use for it. Around Miguel's lab are futuristic versions of tech from villains Miguel has defeated by the year 2099, including the claw of a Prowler, the arms of Doc Ock, and the glider of Green Goblin, showing how he must use scraps of their tech to continue building his technology.
Hell yeah.
Miles tries to connect with Miguel, offering him empanadas, but Miguel throws the food back in his face and
Hobie
responds in a curt,
got
more
that shit,
technical
ate it.
Spanish than Miles' folksier Puerto Rican Brooklyn slang. Peter B. Parker returns along with his new baby daughter, Mayday Parker, who has a baby day pass, telling us that Jessica Drew gave Miles a wristband that's normally for babies. So Miguel
All right, so when Peter B. Parker walked in, right, it showed how much. How can I say this? When Peter B. Parker walked in, because he's 616 Spider-Man, and him walking in really solidified how much of a thug he was, or I'm not gonna say thug, but like how, what's the word I'm looking for? I could say verified. I would say, like, you know, he is like, because of him, he's the main Spider-Man, baby. It showed that he's the main Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I love how they did that. Like, even Miguel can't do nothing about Peter B. Parker. You can't do nothing, bro, because that nigga's that nigga, bro. He's that guy. There's nothing you can do. You gotta do nothing but respect him, because if it wasn't for him, he's technically the first Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Everything happened because of him. All these other Spider-Man and all that shit happened because of Peter B. Parker. At the end of the day, if you think about it that way, you know what I'm saying? Because he's the main universe. You know? So that's dope how they... yeah, Mayday is dope. Mayday is so dope. But I love how they did that. I love that. Because Miguel was just looking at him. Peter's doing whatever he want. Miguel just like, ain't nothing I can do, really. Get your ass beat. You know? Wingo, stop paying attention to him, bro. That's what he wants, you to pay attention to him. Stop paying attention to him. He's going to be saying shit and stupid shit. He's in here for a reason. So obviously the movie don't suck. So stop paying attention to him. Don't even react to him. Do you think Miles will get second game? I hope so. That's what I'm looking forward to. That would be cool. I mean, probably not. I mean, I don't know. Because you're not going to be able to play as Peter. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's a big possibility. It's a big possibility they won't. Big possibility that they will. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Remember he was the Miguel? Remember he was with Miguel when the alternate? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because he's that guy, bro. What? He didn't mean to catch him. He forgot the tracker can... No, yeah. That's a fact.
Miguel launches into his big explanation, first depicting all of reality as a glowing white vine with branches, imagery that I think is made to look just like the sacred timeline
I
of the
was
MCU,
talking about
which
this, bro.
split into a multiverse at the end of Loki, and is now a messy web, last seen in the post-credit scene of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It's
all these universes, bro. Like, all this is universes, branches of universes. And I like how they showed that because it really solidified, like, how it's still technically... Babe, ignore him. Just please ignore him. Don't even entertain this nigga. But I like how they like intertwined it with the MCU with the branches, just showing that it's still together at the end of the day, even though it's Sony. But I love how they did that, bro. I love that. I love that. Nah, he pulled the weight earlier from the group. He has the most experience being Spider-Man by far. I mean, he was able to find where Miles was going before any of the other Spider-Man. Exactly. That's why he is the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Peter B. Parker is literally the most experienced Spider-Man. He's probably had the most insane story out of everybody, out of every single Spider-Man. That's a fact. He's done everything, bro. Technically, he is if you want to be technical, he's the comic book Spider-Man, but he's like older. He's just the older version of the comic book Spider-Man. That's all it is. He is the comic book Spider-Man. He's just the older version. That's all it is. That's why he is the 616 Spider-Man. So just take the comic book Spider-Man and put it in the movie. That's what they did. So that's what that is, bro. It's crazy, bro. That's not really a big feat, bro. I don't give a damn, bro. Being experienced is not a big feat, bro. What? That's probably one of the biggest. Come on, bro. Stop it. Come on, bro. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real. Oh, about catching Miles? Oh, no, I'm not. No, but he said, I see what you're saying. But saying, like, experience-wise, I think that's where he was getting to. Yeah, no, yeah. I feel you, sorry. We good. Is it sire or is it seer? Chick. Yeah, bro, we just spoke about this, Magdi, a million times. We don't know if this Beyond the Spider-Verse is not gonna be a whole live action movie, you know. But we was all saying, like, even they said it that Beyond the Spider-Verse is obviously gonna, you know, most likely involve live action Miles Morales. You know what I'm saying? So no, you good, bro. You good. You probably wasn't in here. I don't think you was in here when we was talking about it. Do you see Miles, Peter B, and Gwen as the big three of the Spider-Verse franchise? Nigga, they already the big three. Oh, sire? Okay, the first. Okay, I got you. That looked like Seer, but Sire. Okay, cool. What people aren't really talking about is that Miguel was dead ass about to murder the vulture. He was literally about to bite this nigga's neck. Y'all noticed that? I was like, what's up with this nigga? And he was saying that he did a lot of stuff that he wish he didn't, that he, that he sometimes don't want to do. Yeah, that nigga crazy, bro. That nigga's crazy, bro. He's a psychopath. Yeah, I didn't see Spider-Man until the end. We saw Noir at the end. Facts. Nigga Miguel tweaking, bro. That nigga, I don't know. Facts.
It's clear that this movie is trying to establish the animated Spider-Verse as part of the live-action Marvel multiverse.
I like how they did that.
But over this white vine, straight red lasers beam out to represent the
Spider-Verse.
Miguel O'Hara refers to this as the web of life and destiny, which is the term in the comics, or as he says here,
right.
arachno-humanoid polymultiverse. The nodes represent canon events, and in the first one, we see 6 different comics moments when a spider bite occurred, including an early one where Peter's wearing the yellow vest. Behind that, to the right are various moments Peter and MJ connect, including Kirsten Dunst, Mary Jane, kissing Tobey Maguire, Peter in the rain.
Fire, bro.
In the 2002 film. Then to the left, the next nodes that Miguel refers to as very, very bad shows 6 moments the Venom symbiote overtook Eddie Brock in the comics. It's fascinating that Miguel categorizes the creation of Venom as a canon event in the life of every Spider person. To me, this kind of feels like Sony's trying to make Venom as important as possible to their Spider-Verse franchise, which also would be kind of weird because their 2 Venom movies so far removed the Spider-Man step from the Venom origin. But
which is
forward,
crazy.
The implication here seems to be that every Peter, Miles, Gwen, or whoever will spawn a symbiote-enriched rival that will plague their lives. Then Miguel takes us through what I'm going to call Death Alley, all the mentor figures that the Spider people have lost. Miles sees a projection of his loss of Uncle Aaron from the first
He was
film,
at the
and
end or the
Miguel
beginning.
singles out what he calls Event ASM 90, which is a nod to the Amazing Spider-Man number 90, in which George Stacy goes to save a kid. We actually see the same comics art of those panels here during Spider-Man's fight with Doc Ock that ends up taking George's life.
Boy got clipped. Super clipped. I was like, well, damn. Miles was like, are you sure you even Spider-Man? Bro, right, bro? Nigga, Miles was like, bro, what is wrong with y'all, bro? Something is wrong with y'all niggas. Bro, facts. When the Venom universe, yeah, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. I hope Spectacular Insomniac Spider-Man joins Miles' side because it's not the Spider-Man way to allow someone to die like that before someone brings of Insomniac Peter sacrifices Aunt May. I mean, bro, if Peter didn't do that, the whole fucking city would have gone like, you know what I'm saying? That was the only valve of the antidote to cure others. So they had to take that, study the antidote real quick, make multiple antidotes or multiple, spread the antidote and give it out to everybody. If he would have gave that to Aunt May and been selfish, the whole world would have been fucked up probably, bro. So he had to do that. He had to do that. Devil's breath was about to kill everybody in New York, bro. He didn't have a choice. So Aunt May had to die in Insomniac Spider-Man, bro. Yeah, you can't save everybody, bro. He had to make an ultimatum. Either every single person in this world lives, or you be selfish. Everybody dies except for Aunt May, and they're probably still gonna die. You know what I'm saying? So it was no. He really didn't. He have a choice. Yeah, everybody got a choice, but there was no other way to fix that, bro. When you have the whole antidote, I mean, granted, he could have gave her half. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that was the case. But I don't think that would have helped. I think it's a certain amount. Because if you live, Miles' debut of becoming Spider-Man wouldn't have wouldn't have had a big impact. No, that's a fact. You know what's crazy, bro? Yeah, Gwen's dad. All Miles have to do is say, "Dad, nigga, don't become captain." I mean, but granted, he's gonna have to tell them that he's Spider-Man and this and that happened and this. They're gonna have to tell a whole fucking long ass story about it. But, bro, yeah, bro, like that's what has to happen. No, that's a fact. Yeah, and also, yeah, Miguel isn't really certain about it too. Like, yeah. So all of this goes together as like nobody really fucking knows anything. Nobody knows what's really going on, bro. At the end of the day, that's what makes this story so special. That's why it's written so good. Cause there's so many like loopholes and like Easter eggs and things of that nature inside of all of this. So he should be able to save his dad. He already lost his uncle, exactly. So saving his dad should be fine. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Who am I? Oh, whoever's liking the hearts, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. Keep on spamming them hearts, bro. Let's get more people in here, chat. Keep on spamming them hearts. Keep on spamming them hearts, bro. Yeah, keep on spamming them hearts, bro. Yeah, do that for me. Do that for me. Yeah. We lit. And keep on liking the stream if you haven't liked the stream. Hell yeah. That's lit. That's gonna help us get more people in here, y'all. Crazy thing is Earth 42 finally showed mainstream fans that Peter really be holding down the entire city. Bro, that's a fact, bro. By himself, mainly. I mean, granted, there's other heroes and shit. But you know what's crazy though? Like, video game wise, yeah, Web of Shadows, but comic book wise, kinda. There's other heroes in New York and shit like that. Hold up. Hello? Alright, but Netflix got a new thing now where they making everybody pay. Yeah, and you gotta pay, like, and I don't know if it's gonna take off my Netflix now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's gonna do that or not. Nigga, I just told you I don't know if it's gonna do that or not. If that shit turns off on Netflix, I gotta turn it off. Cause I'll be watching Netflix all the time. You don't know that, and I don't know that. You think you know everything. You don't. You obviously don't. And when that shit starts, I gotta turn off that junk. Y'all gotta get you on Netflix. But here, hold up. You're not gonna be able to use somebody else's. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying when the whole system changes, like how they already confirmed that it's gonna change, you're not gonna be able to use other people's Netflix because they're not gonna be able to use it if somebody else is using it. It's not gonna work. I'm trying to explain to you how it's gonna work. I know this technology shit, bro. God damn. If it goes off of my TV, I can't let you use it. There, sent it. I'm just saying if it did. Stop saying it's not. I'm just saying if it does. Yeah, I'm streaming. I'll talk to you later. Damn. Fucking sister. Annoying as fuck. Anyway, yo. Alright, what was we? Wait, one of you guys said Miguel wasn't trying to chase Miguel. Wait, what? One of y'all said Miguel wasn't trying to chase Miguel down. My sister's so fucking annoying. Talking about I do know them. No, the fuck you don't. You obviously don't. Oh, Miles. No, you good. I got you. Miguel said it was an accident, but maybe it's fate. The collider bringing the spider. How you gonna? Anyway, yes, she is annoying. Bringing the spider from 42 to 1610 occur without the influence of any. Wait. Hold on. My brain. Hold up. Okay. Miguel said it was an accident, but maybe it's fate. Exactly. Maybe that was fate. You know what I'm saying? The collider bringing the Spider-Man from 42 to 1610 occurred without the influence of any. Right. That's true. So maybe 42 Spider was always supposed to bite 1610 Miles. That makes sense. Yo, you know what else I haven't noticed? Why isn't there any other Miles? I mean, yes, I guess that's what makes him the anomaly. I mean, as well, on top of like the spider coming from a different universe, because there's no other Miles and shit like that. He's the only one. Yeah, I know. We know that. Wind Ghost, yeah. We know. I think I've wondered about it. I think I wondered about this in the comics too. No, we was talking about that. I actually spoke. Was that today? I spoke about that earlier. I was like, what if that's the reason that happened in the comics too? But then again, I mean, the comics is, I don't know. That's what I was thinking though. Like, and of course, there's other Miles Morales as Spider-Man. They just haven't. I think Miguel haven't brung them along because of the fact that, or they probably haven't ran into him yet. You know what I'm saying? So let's get back to it though.
I believe it's 31 issues after this. Amazing Spider-Man 121. That is the death of Gwen Stacy, his daughter. Miles turns over to a parallel moment, a projection of Andrew freaking Garfield.
That shit
Peter
was
Parker,
crazy.
crying over the body of Dennis Leary, Captain Stacy from 2012's Amazing Spider-Man
Crazy.
film when George was killed by Reese Ivan's version of the Lizard, Dr. Connors. And again, since all these Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield moments connect to the MCU by association, this animated Spider-Man film is giving us a codified understanding of how the Spider-Verse is all connected.
It's all connected, whether it's the MCU, whether it's fucking Sony, whether it's the cartoons, the comics, it's all connected, which I love how Sony did that. I'm glad they did that way.
Including to the MCU.
In the
Miguel
MCU,
confesses
yeah.
that he tried to bypass a canon event of his variant's death in a reality so that he could be happy in a reality with his daughter Gabriella, but eventually that reality erased around him. This may remind you of the logic of what's called absolute points in What If Episode 4 over in the Marvel world, but it just sounds like different terms for the same kind of idea. Peter B. Parker explains the necessary loss of Uncle Ben, and in one node portal, we see Cliff Robertson, Uncle Ben, dying from the 2002 Sam Raimi film, and Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker crying over him. But to the right of that is the animated Spectacular Spider-Man. And
they show Spectacular Spider-Man as well, saying like, telling Miles, like, yo, this is what it is. Like,
one voiced by Josh Keaton. In the moment his Uncle Ben died, and then on the far right is Uncle Ben's death from the cutscene of the PS4 game. Josh Keaton actually joins the other Spider people in this intervention, saying, "I know it's hard, but it's the truth, Miles." When Miguel traps Miles in this red energy field, Hobie holds out his palms.
I was talking about this. I was talking about like, yo, Hobie was like, yo, nigga, use your hands, nigga. Hold the palm of your hands, bro. This how you break through this joint, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I know this, bro. Do that shit. Hobie is a GOAT. Maybe you're right, but maybe that's how Madam Web wanted things to play out. Miguel isn't infallible. His knowledge of the multiverse and occurring events are from his mistakes and an algorithm. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I love this scene, though. This scene was fucking legendary, bro. And you know what's crazy? How does Hobie's hair fit under that mask? Like, that's crazy. Being black, bro, you got thick-ass hair, bro, at the end of the day. I don't know how the hell his hair fit under that damn man. He got locks, like he got fucking. I don't know how the hell that shit. But yeah, Hobie's he's goated, bro. Do you think he's gonna return? Yeah, he's gonna return because he's a part of the team. You didn't see him at the end of this movie with Gwen and them. Gwen, Spider-Man New War. Yeah, he's with them. Yeah, he got Wicks, exactly. The Florida shit. That's that Florida shit. Nah, he cool as fuck, bro. Oh God, that shit lit as hell. Yeah, of course he's an anarchist, but he actually, yeah, exactly. He liked Miles. That's why he was talking shit to Miles to see where he was. And he wants Miles, but he wants Miles to fucking like at one moment right in the movie, this was, I think it was actually right before this time when they was all talking to Miles, and he was like, I think he was he arguing with Miles? Or I think it might have been before this scene, a little before this. But anyway, he was talking to Miles, he was getting on Miles' nerves. He wanted Miles to like really like, nigga, let that anger out type shit. And he was talking to him, and there was like Hobie, like they said something to Hobie, and Hobie was like, good, like that's good that he's acting like this. You know what I'm saying? So like he's trying to he's basically helping Miles. He's trying to mature Miles, which Miles is really mature for his age, but he's really trying to like, yo, like nigga, let your anger out a little bit, bro. The dark side is okay a little sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, speak your mind, bro. So, yeah, with the OG squad, yeah, Hobie's with the OG squad as well now. So I love this. It's like a big brother.
Calling back his advice to Miles back in Manhattan to use the palms instead of the fingertips. And so when Miles listens to him and blasts out of the cage and all the other spider people chase after him, Hobie's like, nah, I'm out. And he leaves back through a portal and tosses his watch behind.
Exactly.
So we look ahead to Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. Hobie Brown is a very important character and a potential mentor to Miles Morales that none of the other characters are.
Exactly.
So Miguel alerts the Spider Society. In this cafeteria, one of them's reading a newspaper with an opinion page headline, "Are Cats Man's Best Friend?" They all break into groups of 3, recreating the pointing meme from the post-credit scene of the 2018 film, which of course was repeated in the live-action Spider-Man No Way Home. I just love the idea that 3 is kind of a magic number for these spider people to stump them into confusion like this. The group closest to us includes the white logo PS4 game Advanced Suit.
But that's not him though. They showed the actual one from the game.
Spider-Man, and next to him is Spider-Man Unlimited from the late 90s animated series, and then entering Sector 4 is this dude.
Do I have web on?
Maybe that's just the PS4 version and not the PS5.
Okay, what's the deal?
This is Spider-Man 2211, aka Max Bourne from Earth 9500, an associate of Miguel O'Hara in the 90s comics. And Miles clings to his back, kind of like Aladdin does with that bodybuilder when he flees the guards in the chase sequence in that movie. He falls down, and they're piling onto him like white blood cells. One of them definitely the gray armored Spider Armor Mark 1. And then Spider Cat, who coughs up a web furball on his face. And notice how Spider Cat's gizmo is latched to its tail. Miles says,
did you know that there's a simple combination
bro,
of natural
get off
ingredients
my
that
screen. I
will
don't
help
care
you poop
about
out
your
pounds of
combination,
old
bro.
rotten waste
Fuck
in
your
colon
comment.
within
which is a callback to Peter B. Parker when they meet the other 3 eccentric spider people in the 2018 film.
This could literally not get any weirder.
It can get weirder.
And then there's Patarker, aka Spider Rex. When he thwips, it's T-Whip. Miles gets hit by Chibi Spider-Man, the really small.
I just noticed this, bro. I didn't notice that little motherfucker was in here. Oh, shit. Bro, I did not notice this little bastard. Did you see John Wick Chapter 4? No, I haven't seen. I hadn't even seen John Wick 2 or 3. I forgot which one I'm on.
One, and then by Spider Monkey, then the Web Slinger, Cowboy Spider-Man in the Wild West universe and the Ultimate Animated Series. He fires bullets from his revolver. Miles and Web Slinger end up in a Clint Eastwood style duel. The frame goes to a 2:9.
He didn't count the 3.
3-to-1 aspect ratio like it does in westerns, and Miles gets a quick draw with a whip.
Fuck
and then
that.
we get this moment. And then I looked at my uncle and
Let me guess. He died?
I love it. On the walls of this therapy office is an ink blot test that, naturally, to us and to all these characters, looks like a spider. There's also a diploma from Ditko University.
That's fire. That is so fire. I love that. I love that so fucking much.
A nod to Spider-Man co-creator Steve Ditko, and it names this therapist Spider-Man Ezekiel Sims, who is the old man Spider-Man.
Oh, Bro, what? Ezekiel Sims is goated, bro. I didn't know that was him.
In the comics. So since he's the oldest of them, he probably is
He's
the
a
wisest and
yeah.
has the most therapeutic wisdom to be able to give them. Peter
That's
B.
so
Parker
fire.
asks Miguel to take a photo of he and Mayday's first chase together. Miguel blows him off, but Mayday whips the button of the phone to take the selfie. During the chase, Miles slides into the legs of Flash Thompson Spider-Man, aka Captain Spider. He
Yeah.
wears the Letterman jacket. Miles swings ahead of the bombastic Bagman. This is from the comics when Peter gets stuck in the Fantastic Four's Baxter building and has to borrow one of their suits and wears a brown paper bag over his head to disguise
Miles is a
himself.
goat.
When Miles twists the bag around on his head, you can see the CMYK Ben-Day dots in his outline
Crazy.
staying the same size. We also, of course, see Spider-Man from the Mangaverse. Miles pushes
Crazy.
him away. Miles gallops on the horse Widow past the anomalies who cheer him on while booing Miguel and the others. Miles takes Webslinger's hat and stuffs it in the face of Spider-Wolf. Then Miles passes Charlotte Weber, the Sun Spider, who is
Oh, bro, I'm not noticed. I'm glad they made. I did notice that, motherfucker. Cause I remember I was telling my girl, wheelchair. I was like, yo, who is that? I do remember this. Look, paralyzed.
Ehlers Danlos syndrome that affects her joints and connective
Oh,
tissues, so
okay.
she uses a wheelchair
It affects her joints. Okay, I see. Yeah.
and crutches. She's voiced by Danielle Perez
Okay.
in 1960.
I love that it was actually voiced by her.
And stuffs
love
it in the
that.
face
I
of
love that.
Spider-Wolf. Then Miles passes Charlotte Weber, the Sun Spider, who has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome that affects her joints and
Damn.
connective tissues, so she uses a wheelchair and crutches. She's voiced by Danielle Perez, the 1967 Spider.
This shit was funny as fuck. The nigga swung in like it was the classic, bro. This shit was the funniest shit ever, bro. I know y'all remember the classic Spider-Man 60s joint cartoon. The funniest shit ever, bro. I was like, yo, they really put this motherfucker in here, bro. Hilarious.
Spider-Man from the animated series returns from the 2018 movie post-credit scene, voiced by James Cone. And then Miles runs through a kind of danger room with past villains, the Sinister Six from the 90s animated series.
Crazy.
We see Doc Ock, Shocker, Goblin, and the rest. Then Miles dives out of the skyscraper. A cyborg Spider-Woman follows, along with a Canadian Spider-Woman with a hockey stick that Chibi Spider-Man rides. Miles drops into the underworld in Nueva York, and Peter B. Parker tries to get him to hold Mayday, saying Miles is the reason he had a kid. Reminds us of that moment in the 2018 film when, remember, Peter B. Parker had split up with his MJ because he didn't want to have kids, but upon meeting Miles and seeing him kick ass, he realized, wait, do I want kids now? Miguel chases Miles on the skybound bullet train, an incredibly animated fight. At one point in Miguel's lunge, a frame flashes from an animated storyboard cell, including some artist notes, Imperial Violet and
Crimson Red.
Crimson Red. This is what instructs the artist which ink color to fill in the character with. These shades are the specific shades of the red and indigo for Miguel's suit. You'll notice these kind of lines and notes often hover around Miguel and his tech. I just love how it hints at Miguel at being a tech head and a control freak, constantly trying to upgrade and upkeep his own animation as he repeatedly has to replug his techno-organic suit. This is what Miles uses against Miguel here, placing his palm on his shoulder, overloading the suit, giving him a classic, hey. And then revealing he intentionally lured all the spider people high above the city so that he could just leap off the train back to the base. Peter B. Parker says, I did teach him that, so I feel like a pretty good mentor, referring to when Peter B. Parker in the 2018 film just jumped off the ledge and fell into the collider beam so that he could go home. Miles goes invisible and sneaks past Margot. He scans his DNA and briefly can see the scan reading Earth 42 since it reads the DNA of the spider that bit him. So the go-home machine goes to work. It's a robot in the shape of a spider wrapping Miles up in a web of lasers. Miguel tries to pry
went to the
in,
wrong
but
universe.
with the option to reboot the system, Margot decides at the last second to just let Miles go home. So Miles tumbles into this red and green Brooklyn where it rains. It's a color scheme that we haven't seen before, so it kind of hits us as really eerie and off, but it bears a similar palette to the 1610 universe that Miguel, Ben Reilly, and Jess go to, making this a really effective visual.
Very
take.
similar.
Back in 616B, Peter and MJ put Mayday to bed, and MJ says there's no playbook on being a parent, you just have to make adjustments at half.
Yeah, they had Metro Boomin in the movie too. Like the last, basically when Miles ran or whatever, right before he ran, when he was Metro Boomin came down, he had locks basically.
Time. Which feels like a meta nod to this story's two-part structure. Across the Spider-Verse ends at halftime, Beyond the Spider-Verse being the second half, where Peter and Gwen now have to make adjustments and put some new players on the field. Captain Stacy tells his daughter Gwen that he's quitting being a cop, and he gives her the gadget that Hobie built using tech stolen from Miguel. On the screen it reads Project Bootleg, and for the strap he used a Union Jack pattern band. So
but this what confuses me. How did Hobie wait? How did Hobie? When did Hobie build this? You know what I'm saying? When did he build it? You feel me? Because he ended up leaving and he threw his fucking gadget. I don't know. So that kind of got me like, I know he was stealing. I know that he was stealing. I know that. I'm saying, when did he build it? When did he have time to build it? He probably already started building it, or he was. I know that though. He was stealing hella tech for sure. So he was building it while he was stealing it. And when did he test it out? I'm not saying how he built it. I said when. You know, like, cause like if we go back, right, if we could find out where that shit was, it was like when Hobie went back through the portal when he started chasing Miles. I don't know where that shit was, but it was pretty interesting. Like right here. Oh yeah, we had 36, 34. All right. Right here though.
Through a portal and tosses his watch behind. I'm telling you.
He tossed his watch behind, but I guess he had one already made in his own, like.
And all the other spider people chase after him. Hobie's like, nah, I'm out. And he leaves back through a portal and tosses his watch behind.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how did he end up back with the gang and all that? And he gave his other watch. Did he make another one? Like he gave his other watch to fucking Gwen. And they say that he went to Gwen's world, actually. He went to Gwen's world and dropped off the watch. So I'm kind of confused. Maybe the watch is in his universe. He had other ones that he made. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. So that's why I'm kind of confused at when it comes to the watch shit. TJ, yeah, but he must have made other ones as well, right? That's what I'm assuming. So I don't know, bro. I don't know.
And MJ put Mayday to bed, and MJ says there's no playbook on being a parent. You just have
what
to
I'm
make
assuming.
adjustments at halftime.
That's what I'm
Feels
assuming.
like a meta nod to this story's two
But I'm sure he made multiple watches because of the fact that, hey, Witty, a bit off topic, but do you think Gwen will be introduced in Spider-Man 2 game? I mean, introduced, maybe.
Part structure across the Spider-Verse ends at halftime. Beyond the Spider-Verse being the second half, where Peter and Gwen now have to make adjustments and put some new players on the field. Captain Stacy tells his daughter Gwen that he's quitting being a cop, and he gives her the gadget that Hobie built using tech stolen from Miguel. On the screen, it reads Project Bootleg, and for the strap,
Project
he used a Union
Bootleg.
Jack pattern band.
I like
so
that.
Miles swings through Times Square, where all of his villains, past and present, are haunting him. We see the giant hands of the Spot reaching out to him. But in Times Square, if you look closely, you see W and W's instead of M&Ms, and Soca Coca, which is a giveaway that this is not 1610, because remember, in his universe, it's Coca Soda instead of Coca-Cola.
Right.
Ben Riley camps out outside Miles' room in 1610, but Gwen takes them out, and this is right as we see Miles arriving home, so we naturally just assume it's the same universe. I love when movies do this. Like, my favorite example is Silence of the Lambs, when you think Clarice Starling and the rest of the FBI are at the same house, but then you realize the raid is happening at the wrong place, and Clarice is at Buffalo Bill.
I was telling my girl about that. I was like, yo, it seemed like all this stuff was going on in Miles' while Miles was swinging, but it wasn't. They wasn't even in the same universe, you know? And that's the crazy part.
Bill's house by herself. This also happens in the Fellowship of the Ring when you think the ring wraiths are about to stab the hobbits in their beds, but they're actually across the street. It always works on me. And the way they tease this out is so well done. Rio asks Miles why he changed his hair. She doesn't remember giving him any advice. Miles, though, has a speed bag by his door now, as in Earth 42, Miles would be more of an aggressive fighter.
Right.
Also, Earth 42 Miles' room has less toys and posters and more stuff in milk crates. Around the house, there aren't really that
what I started
photos
noticing,
of Jeff Morales, just the mother and the son, because it would have been too painful to have too many photos of him around. Miles reveals himself as Spider-Man, but Rio doesn't know who it is. And for a second, we're just like, oh, she's just a mom who doesn't really get it. But no,
when I was like,
there
what?
is no
I
Spider-Man.
was like, oh, this nigga's in a different universe. That's when I noticed like he was in a different universe. When the mom started talking. Strobo, what's good, bro? How I'm feeling? I'm still sick. I'm still sick. Still sick, Strobo. Shout out to Strobo, bro. It's like the same with Loki series. Loki season 1 final episode. Facts. How did Miguel not know where he was? Because I don't know. Because he kept saying he was an anomaly. I guess he didn't think. I guess Miguel didn't think that he was gonna send him to Earth 42. Miguel didn't think they was gonna send him to Earth 42. That's why. Or yeah, they thought they was gonna go to his normal universe. But it goes by DNA, like they said. So, granted, since it was the spider from Earth 42 that bit Miles from Earth 1610, it changed his DNA to Earth 42's DNA, which is insane.
And in this universe, Miles demonstrates such a sad little whip, question mark? And there's a great match cut with Gwen standing on the ceiling of Miles' empty room in 1610.
This is when I was like, what the fuck?
Cut to Miles in Earth 42 with his mom, and Miles finally figures it out, and it hits us like a hammer. Uncle Aaron walks through the door, having never died in this dimension because there's no Spider-Man, and they go to the rooftop. The city is plagued with crime, on fire, and the worst gut punch, the rooftop mural, and place the Aaron Memorial now has a memorial for Jeff Morales. In the upper corners of that mural, Pichelli and Bendis, for Sarah Pichelli and Brian Michael Bendis, creators of the Miles Morales character. Miles gets KO'd by his alternate Prowler self before he sees it coming. His spider sense never went off, maybe because he can't sense himself, especially if that variant self doesn't have spider powers.
Right.
Miles wakes up tied to Aaron's punching bag, the same one that he used to work out on in the 2018 film, and the one Miles tied Peter B. Parker to. Aaron puts on an album, Ain't No Love by A Lion Unleashed, featuring Bobby Blue Band.
Right.
Aaron punches the bag, releasing a blast of CMYK dots, like all the ink was slammed out of it. We briefly hear the voice of J.K. Simmons, J. Jonah Jameson, reporting crime from the TV as a younger Prowler steps forward, Miles G. Morales, whose hair is braided, the same one we saw back in the Spot's backstory of the spider that left Earth 42.
Right.
Our Miles' face is lit red on one side, blue on the other, mixing in the middle as Prowler purple. His fingertip manages to produce a small spark on the chain, but
he started smirking. Miles was like, nigga, I'm about to get up out of here and beat your ass. Like, that shit was crazy, bro. When he did this, he started smirking. Everyone liked the shit. Yo, thank you so much, bro. The twist was crazy, bro. The shot of Miguel standing in the rain looking over the city went so hard. That shit was crazy. Aaron got triggered by the word Prowler. I think he didn't need to sacrifice his dad because he already sacrificed his uncle. That's what I'm thinking, but... That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, bro, when this shit happened, I was like, yeah, Beyond the Spider-Verse. I tweeted out like, yo, he got to go crazy, bro. Aaron 42 knew something was off. He knew that was not his Miles, right? Because his Miles ain't about to be hugging niggas and shit. Like, his Miles is a thug. You feel me? His Miles is a whole thug. I didn't sneeze, bro. Miles 1610 switch places with Miles 42. Yeah. Well, technically. But yeah, bro, shit crazy.
He doesn't have his full palm free. Meanwhile, Gwen reunites with Peter B. Parker in Mayday as we hear her drum solo returning from the opening minutes, and we see the new band that she has put together. Including Gwen, Peter B. Parker, Mayday, Hobie Brown, Privateer Prevacar, Margot Kess Spider Bite, and returning from the first film, but not saying anything, Penny Parker, Spider-Ham, and Spider-Man Noir. And we end with Gwen asking us the line, "You want in?" This explains why the film opened the way it did. From Gwen's point of view, a third-person account of what Miles went through, telling us why she quit her band, saying, let's do things differently this time, and why the opening images included things that happened to Miles throughout the film. This was all Gwen's sales pitch, her recruiting mission, what she said to every single one of these spider people to get her to join her team, to join this rescue mission, and this brave step to defy the Spider Society. So yeah, we want in, and go ahead and take my money for Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse next year. Holy shit, what a cliffhanger and what a film. Please support our growing network with a Miles Morales Multiverse Dive shirt at nerdriot.shop. Subscribe to the Deep Dive channel for deeper dives into the Spider-Verse this week.
And they drop more videos about Spider-Verse as well, so we're going to watch those too.
Subscribe to our third channel, The Break Room. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EABoss. Follow New Rockstars. Subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Oh, this is bullshit. All right. So this is what we're going to do. There's more videos, y'all. There's more videos. Yes, sir. Okay. Spider-Man Across the... We're going to watch that maybe after this one, but this is the one we need to watch. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Earth 42 explained. Let's get into it.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse ended with a brutal Far From Home homecoming with No Way Home. Spoiler warning before I continue. Of the many beautifully designed universes of this film, the most gripping is the one that we end the film trapped inside of, Earth 42. Turns out the number 42 wasn't just a random number on Miles' spider, or a number that followed him around on his jersey, the cluttered numbers on the sidewalk, nods to Jackie Robinson and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, but really the number of the nightmare dimension that was waiting for him all this time. A nightmare of his own making. I'm going to break down what Earth 42 is, its timeline, and how our Miles' next move against his alternate Prowler self is not what you think and was hinted at earlier in the movie, if you were paying attention. Now, I broke down the 2018 Into the Spider-Verse for dozens of new details.
Did you see one? Wait, what you talking about? I'm sick, bro. I'm sick. I've been sick this whole weekend, technically. So it didn't matter who is captain, and the captain of the police must die. Unless Beyond the Spider-Verse changes. Exactly.
And hosted a live stream of Across the Spider-Verse on the Deep Dive channel. Subscribe and support us with a Miles Morales Multiverse Dive shirt at nerdriot.shop. In case you missed it, New Rockstars isn't just one channel anymore, it's 3. Earlier this year, we launched the Deeper Dive, where I dig into the deeper meaning behind everything you love. And our newest channel, The Break Room, is where all of your nerdy friends are going to hang out online. It's also the new home for Inside Marvel and all of our reactions to the latest trailers, TV shows, and movies. We've got so many cool videos planned, so head on over and subscribe. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the New Rockstars main channel and the Deep Dive. Okay, in Across the Spider...
Jerome, that's dope. I'm glad they had a different person voicing him anyway.
We learned that the spider that bit Miles, Alchemix Spider number 42, got that number from the fact that it came from Earth 42 and was brought to 1610 by Alchemix scientist Jonathan Owen, the guy who got hit in the head with a bagel and was exposed to dark matter from the collider and became the Spot. According to Owen's backstory, this spider was native to Earth 42 and got transported to 1610 right before it was going to bite a student in a classroom based on that uniquely braided hair. That is Earth 42 Miles G. Morales, the one our Miles meets in the final sequence. This is a huge deal because it tells us that this anomalistic spider wasn't intended for a Peter Parker, but for a Miles Morales. Earth 42 was never going to have a Peter Parker Spider-Man, only a Miles Morales Spider-Man, and a Miles that went to school, and for all we know, was a good kid. This spider getting extracted by the collider and transported to 1610 messed everything.
Will do.
It doomed Earth 42. Now, that's not our Miles' fault, despite what Miguel O'Hara says. It was really 1610 Kingpin and his Alchemix scientists, including Owen, who hijacked Earth 42's spider, and that spider just sought out the closest thing to its Miles to bite, and that just happened to be 1610 Miles. And ironically, it bit Miles when he was doing some goofus shit with Uncle Aaron, not when he was in school like his gallant variant was. Earth 42 Miles pays attention in class. Earth 1610 Miles turns his book assignment into graffiti.
Hold on, y'all. Let me text my girlfriend back.
But why did the spider target a Miles and not a Peter to begin with? Well, that's probably something to do with the web of life and destiny, my friends, and the whole Spider-Verse needing one Miles to prove the whole system, according to Miguel O'Hara's interpretation, is messed up and corrupt. I think that's what Across the Spider-Verse and next year's Beyond the Spider-Verse will prove to be all about. We need to think beyond the Spider-Verse and why forcing every Spider-Person through a prescription order of canon events is actually harmful and destabilizing. But in this movie's final act, we see how that spider swap altered the comparative trajectories and timelines of 1610 and 42. 1610 saw Kingpin get arrested, his cronies thwarted, and Alchemix's collider wrecked. This movie's first act returns to that collider site to fight it undergoing an environmentally safe
this fight was
operation.
crazy.
Miles's parents, Jeff and Rio, are still alive and doing well. Uncle Aaron rests in peace, and Brooklyn seems to be a relatively safe space aside from a few villains of the week. Earth 42, meanwhile, is rough. A bizarro world in the vein of 1985 B from Back to the Future 2. Miles accidentally travels here after the Go Home machine scanned its DNA and detected the spider DNA, the screen reading Earth 42, and
yeah.
Miles was sent here by mistake. Now, to be clear, Miles still glitches in this reality, so the rest of his DNA is still grounded in 1610. Really, Miles just has the shared DNA of 42 and 1610.
Right.
But in this very first shot of Miles landing in Earth 42, on a rainy and red and green lit rooftop on a nearby building is the number 6, which I think could be a sign pointing to the Sinister Six cartel that runs this place. There's also a sign for 42 Sushi, and signs all over pointing to different members of the Sinister Six. Vulture Telecom, and then in Times Square there's a WW sign instead of M&M, and Soda Coca, when in 1610 it's Coca Soda, and then there's a sign for 2G cell coverage from Electro. Just 2G, not 4G or 5G, 2G. The Sinister Six cartel is dooming everyone with crappy cell coverage. Hey, kick bad habits to the curb, let good habits into your life, and say hello to Fume. Bad habits are bad, good habits are good. So why not just remove the...
Like I said, these niggas ain't paying me. So, we ain't gonna watch that.
% off your order today. Then in Miles' bedroom, gone are his 1610 toys and posters and fun kid stuff. And instead are grimy milk crates and a speed bag. Rio asks why Miles took out his braids. Around Rio's house, there's hardly any photos that show Jeff. Rio's still doing Miles' laundry and working overnight shifts to take care of him though. So that's one hopeful constant across universes, a mother's love. And you may notice the color scheme of Earth 42 tends to be green and purple. It's especially pronounced in Miles' bedroom. And then as he transitions to the rooftop, the green stairwell light going into the purple skyline outside. When 1610 Peter first saw Miles in the 2018 film, he saw him with a green and purple aura.
Like they're showing like the prowler colors of like in the world 42 world. You know what I'm saying? But then it's slowly switched to like red and blue, I think.
The villainous colors of Green Goblin. And remember, Norman Osborn wore green and purple hobo sweats in No Way Home. And now Miles is back in that green and purple world that he would have stayed in had Peter not seen that red and blue goodness in him. But I think it's important to note that in Aaron's apartment, the colors casting light over everything are red and blue, which is actually in this world a noble color. But then on the rooftop, this purple lit city is covered in neon signs, one of them Hammerhead, then a green and yellow sign that looks like Scorpion or Scorpio. Aaron's phone lights up and he side eyes Miles, probably a text from Earth 42 Miles that he's on his way home. And then when Miles is KO'd by Prowler, he collapses with his dad's memorial mural framed perfectly behind him. Then inside Aaron's apartment, when Miles sees Earth 42 Prowler Miles, he lands in front of the TV where we hear the voice of J.K. Simmons, J. Jonah Jameson, reporting the so-called Sinister Six cartel. So based on these clues, the Sinister Six cartel in Earth 42 includes at least the Vulture, Electro, Hammerhead, Scorpion, and a few others. Could be Norman Osborn Goblin, could be Doc Ock, could be Kingpin, or any number of other Spider-Man villains. Because remember, before Miles was bitten, 1610 Peter Parker had battled plenty of villains.
Everybody.
Locked them up, but in Earth 42...
Yeah, 1610 Spider-Man. Oh, shit. 1610 Spider-Man, that nigga's goated, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Before he died, I'm about to sneeze again. Jesus Christ. I think it went away. I think it went away. Oh, that's some bullshit. I'm sick as fuck. Oh, fuck. Hold on, chat. But yeah, thank you, bro. Thank y'all. But yeah, 1610 Spider-Man was really the GOAT, bro. I ain't gonna cap, bro. Especially the way he came in. He had blonde hair too, but the way he came in the beginning of Into the Spider-Verse, nigga was a GOAT, bro. He was fucking up everybody. He was experienced. He reminded me so much of 616 Spider-Man before he died. Like, I wonder if that Spider-Man was still alive. I mean, obviously he had to die because, you know, it's just like similar to the Ultimate Comics. You know what I'm saying? So he had to die. Not the same way, but I mean, he did get shot, granted. It's Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. You know, and technically this is the Ultimate Comics or the Ultimate World. Earth 1610 is the Ultimate World, right, in the comics, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, I like how they replacing this. They making this Miles the Ultimate Miles too. Like, so I love that. Hold up, Nah, I only knew that about the Ultimate Universe because of the fact that the Ultimate comics are some of my favorite comics, and that's the only reason why I remembered the Earth number. Wait, but how? How do we? Well, wait. You said wait, but how did he know about his family? How did he know that Jeff is Miles' dad? Wait. Wait, what you mean? What you mean? Go wait. What you mean by that? How did who know that? I'm confused. How did Spot know that? Spot goes into different universes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Spot knows everything. Spot just knows, bro. And also, Spot started seeing the future, too. He started seeing the future. He started seeing the past. He started seeing everything. So he could see everything, really. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking, too. That makes sense, too. That makes sense, too, Cyrus. I think he's just making it seem like, I think what it was, all right, this is what I think. I think what it was, let's back to what Cyrus says. I think what it really was like, they were showing the images of Jeff and all that shit because that's what Miles was thinking. And the images of everything that, they was basically correlating what Miles was thinking to what Spot was saying. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it made it seem like Spot was saying, like, exactly, talking about Miles' dad exactly. But like what Saru said, going back to what Spot was really saying is that he's going to just destroy everything in general. So that means he's going to destroy Miles's family and stuff like that, since it's going to be everything. So that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think he knows 1000% knows who Miles is, or that Miles is Spider-Man, but yeah, that makes sense too. So yeah, Cyrus, that makes plenty of sense, bro. You're right. That makes a lot of fucking sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
No Spider-Man means criminals had nothing standing in their way other than poor Jeff Morales. And it sounds like their corruption of the city has been through low-grade consumer technology and telecommunication. Like, remember that cop car that Miles ran into was being driven by a cop staring at his smartphone. But my question is, if the Sinister Six cartel had such control over the city, why would Aaron and Earth 42 Miles Prowler need to sneak around if they were also criminals, like waiting for a security guard shift rotation? Despite the nightmarish tones, it's not for sure that Aaron and 42 Miles are evil. They might just be rugged survivalists trying to get by, working outside the law. And if that...
Yo, that might be the case, bro. Yo. That might be the case. What if... I like that. What if Prowler in Earth 42, which is Miles in Earth 42, what if Prowler in Earth 42 isn't bad? It wouldn't even matter. Like, yeah, that makes sense, bro. Why are they sneaking around? Like, why are they trying to be, like, low down? You know what I'm saying? Like, are they like that because they're, like, actually out here trying to save shit? Not necessarily a hero, but more so an anti-hero. What if he's like an anti-hero and not a villain? Because if you a villain, you can just do whatever you want in this world, in Earth 42. That's what it seems like. The world is, that world, or yeah, Earth 42 is ran by villains. So what's the issue? Probably a good Prowler. He might be an anti-hero fighting the sin. Bro. That makes sense. Because they did say Miles was a good kid. They did say Miles was a good kid, bro. And that in Earth 42, too. Interesting. How did Problem Miles lose his dad? I mean, something happened. I don't know how. They didn't say how. They're going to explain it in Beyond the Spider-Verse. It's like DC Earth 2 where Lex Luthor is the only good guy. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking, bro. Go to bed long. I got you, bro. Michael. Huh. This is very fucking interesting. This is very interesting. Yo, let's try to get 100 likes. I don't think I mean, it's possible. Let's try to get 100 likes in, bro. That's very interesting, bro. What if he is actually, like, good? Let's go back a little bit.
They might just be nightmarish tones. It's not for sure that Aaron and 42 Miles are evil. They might just be rugged survivalists trying to get by, working outside the law. And if that law is the cartel, they might actually be good guys trying to bring the cartel down.
Right.
Remember that spider was trying to bite this universe's Miles. It might have sensed something good in him. But
right.
Remember that advice that 1610 Miles' mother, Rio, gave him. She said, quote, "For years, I've been trying to take care of this little boy, right? Making sure he's loved, that he feels like he belongs wherever he wants to be. He wants to go out in the world and do great big things. And what I worry about most is that they won't root for you like us. So here's the deal. Wherever you go from here, you have to promise to take care of that little boy for me. Make sure he never forgets where he comes from, that he never doubts that he's loved, and that he never lets anyone at those big fancy places he's gonna be in tell him that he doesn't belong there. And when he comes home, and he better come home, you're gonna be early and you're gonna be holding a normal nice cake." She talks about Miles in the third person, to his face, making him promise not to take care of himself, but promise to take care of that little boy for me. That little boy is Miles G. Morales from Earth 42. The little boy who was supposed to be Spider-Man but never got that chance, and still, I believe, might be a prowler trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, he might
in a
be trying to do the right thing,
cartel-dominated universe. So Miles' mission in the next movie might not be to destroy his variant, but to be the brother to him that the Spider Society failed to be for him. Hey, a reminder to subscribe to our new channel.
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. They need to do that. I feel like they need to do that. If they do that, that'll be crazy, bro. That'll be fucking insane.
The deep dive. Also subscribe to the break room and support us by grabbing some merch
I think
at
that's what they're gonna do.
nerdriot.shop. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EAVoss. Follow New Rockstars and subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I hope that's the case, bro. I hope he is like a good prowler, bro. That'll be fire. Across the Spider-Verse MCU connections. Let's see what they talking about.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse completely redefines the Marvel multiverse. Not just within this animated Spider-Verse corner of it, but I would say fixed the broken or incomplete logic of the live-action Marvel Cinematic Universe as well, if Marvel Studios could just follow the example of what this movie did right.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning before I continue, but Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has an insanely ambitious plot that both deepens and clarifies the multiverse logic that we've seen before in the MCU, picking up a lot of the loose threads and broken pieces of the multiverse mumbo-jumbo that we've heard across the MCU's various titles over the years, and in doing so, binds this animated Spider-Verse closer than ever to the live-action MCU, so that really it is now just one interconnected web.
That came out of you.
Yeah. You can't do that, huh?
No?
Using even similar imagery and the exact same actors, just from a different perspective with different terminology. So let's break it down. Also, please watch my Spider-Verse videos over on the Deep Dive channel and support me with one of these
they got more videos over there?
Multiverse Dive shirts that you can get at Nerdriot.
Hey, we gotta see what videos they got over there on a deep dive.
Hot shot. Seriously, I'm gonna be wearing this until I am bleeding from the armpits. Okay, as you watch Across the Spider-Verse, there are some interesting nods to the MCU, like in the opening sequence, Miguel O'Hara tells Gwen Stacy,
"Don't even get me started on Doctor Strange and the little nerd back on Earth 1999.
Who's Doctor Strange?
1999 has been the past universal designation of the live-action MCU, so Miguel is telling us he is aware of Doctor Strange and Tom Holland Peter Parker tampering with the multiverse in the events of Spider-Man No Way Home, a movie that, you might remember, included both the Tobey Maguire Peter Parker and the Andrew Garfield Peter Parker. Then later in this movie, in the Spider Society headquarters, Margot Kest's Spider-Bite shows Miles the imprisoned multiversal anomalies from across the multiverse, including a live-action cameo by Donald Glover as Aaron Davis Prowler. Prowler. He tells Miles it's rude to stare, and he later yells,
I feel like Rio knows Miles is Spider-Man, but I could be wrong. Maybe. Might be 42 Miles seems so jaded by the life he has to live where that he doesn't care that there's another version of his father that he can save. Hopefully, man, Miles can. No, facts. Miles has to help 42 Miles stop the Sinister Six. That's what bro, that could be the case, bro. Oh, God, that could really be the case, bro. That could really be the case. Oh, that's going to be a beautiful, bro. Bro, the next movie is going to be so fucking fire.
boo, as Miles runs past him. Holy shit, a live action actor in the same room as a bunch of animated characters.
Crazy.
This is some real Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Mary Poppins bullshit, and I'm here for it. Now, you may remember Donald Glover played Aaron Davis in the 2017 MCU Spider-Man Homecoming film, but he was not yet the Prowler with any kind of suit like this. He also cameoed in the 2018 Into the Spider-Verse on TV in the scene from NBC's Community when he played Troy wearing Spider-Man pajamas. Now, it's not yet clear if Donald Glover Aaron Davis in this movie is the same as the one from the MCU in Homecoming, but
they need to make it happen. Nigga, make that man the Prowler. I mean, he's going to be the Prowler. He's already Prowler technically, but they need to make him really, like, you know what I'm saying? Stop playing, bro.
it is possible because several years have passed since the events of Spider-Man Homecoming in the MCU. If Miguel had referenced the events of No Way Home in the same movie, and in Homecoming, Aaron Davis mentioned having a nephew who lived in the area whom he called Miles in a deleted scene.
Yeah, sorry, Miles. I'm not going to make it.
So this one cameo is a huge deal. It signals to us that within the MCU, that same Miles may be the one who gets established in canon very soon. Additionally, when the Spot joyrides through the multiverse, he stops at Miss Chen's bodega from Venom and Venom Let There Be Carnage.
What do you want? I'm robbing you because I'm a bad guy.
Now, it's interesting, this movie labels this universe Earth 688, meaning it's also a codified part of this vast Spider-Verse, which you may remember, also connected to the MCU from the post-credit scenes of Venom Let There Be Carnage and Spider-Man No Way Home. There is still a Venom symbiote crawling somewhere around the MCU.
And which is crazy. So I wonder how that's going to, that's going to be fucking crazy. I wonder when they're going to deal with this right here. What are they going to do with this right here? Fucking symbiote in the MCU.
The MCU. So all this brings us to the big scene with Miguel O'Hara where he explains the multiverse from his perspective. He projects a web of red lasers and he says, this is all of us, all of our lives woven together in a beautiful web of life and destiny. The web of life and destiny.
Phoenix facts. Phoenix facts. There isn't a canon event in Earth 42, so breaking it doesn't apply to him. Facts. Exactly.
In the Marvel Comics is the name of the cosmic force that connects all spider things together. But here Miles gasps, the Spider-Verse? And Miguel responds, the Spider-Verse? That's stupid. And then he says,
arachno-humanoid polymultiverse.
But he admits that's
stupid as well,
too.
yeah.
Now for a brief moment here, there is a separate projection showing the web of life and destiny as a white snaking vine with branches. It's the same
identical to
exact
the
imagery
MCU,
of the
yeah.
sacred timeline
Same
in the multiverse
exact one.
the MCU has used in Loki, and then in the post-credit scene of Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania with the Kang Dynasty. This was Miguel's way of showing all of existence, but specifically for spider people, they're connected by these angular webs with nodes. Miles asks about these, and these nodes where the lines converge, and Miguel explains, they are the canon, the chapters that are part of every spider story, every time. Some good, some bad, some very bad. He offers an example. This one, event ASM 90. A police captain close to Spider-Man dies, saving a kid from collapsing rubble during a battle with an arch nemesis. Now the canon event number is a reference to the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 90 from 1970 when Spider-Man's battle with Doc Ock leads to the death of George Stacy, Gwen's father, and we actually see panel art from that exact comic. Another note also shows Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker crying over Captain Stacy's body from the
they showed that exact Spider-Man? Hold on. Go back a little bit.
Comic. Another note also
okay, so they showed the actual one. Interesting. That's interesting. They took the comic book one out and put it. Okay, I like that.
Shows Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker crying over Captain Stacy's body from the 2012 Amazing Spider-Man film, saying, Captain Stacy, I'm so sorry. And a little later on, there's a note showing Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker crying over the body of Cliff Robertson, Uncle Ben, from the 2002 Sam Raimi Spider-Man film. So if those are connected to the MCU from Spider-Man No Way Home, because those Peters reference these past tragedies by the mathematical associative property, so too is this universe connected to it. Geology is a 22-time award-winning
Hell no.
fans get an exclusive bonus off.
Nope, we ain't doing that.
He needs to explain, canon events are the connections that bind our lives together. And he later says, break enough canon, save enough captains, and we could lose.
I haven't seen both Spider-Verse movies. Well, you might want to get out of here then. Wait, don't tell me you haven't seen. Don't tell me you watched the second one but not the first one. Because if you did that, you need to. I hope that's not the case.
Everything. So canon events seem to be what the animated Sony Spider-Verse is calling what an episode of Marvel Studios What If called absolute points. Fixed, inevitable plot points in a character's destiny that cannot be bypassed without threatening the fabric of existence. For Doctor Strange in that universe, it was the death of Christine Palmer, and across the Spider-Verse, one of many examples was the death of Inspector Singh in Earth 50101, the father to Privateer Prabhakar's girlfriend who was supposed to die in Mumbai, but Miles saved him and he disrupted that canon event. It's worth noting that in the case of that episode of What If, the Doctor Strange episode, when reality began to erode, it also did so in the medium of oozing black ink, as it does in this movie. Now, this isn't to be confused with Nexus events in the MCU, which the Loki series defined as a turning point in history from which a branch timeline diverges. Another interesting wrinkle to all of this is the way the Spider-Verse apparently looks at J. Jonah Jameson. J.K. Simmons played J. Jonah both in the Sam Raimi trilogy and in the MCU Tom Holland trilogy, contradicting what seems to be a rule in many other cases that each universe has different actors playing the characters, even though the movies do make some exceptions to that, like with Patrick Stewart playing Charles Xavier in multiple universes. But in this movie, anytime we hear J. Jonah Jameson, it is the voice of J.K. Simmons.
Literally.
We actually hear it a couple times, like first in Miles Morales' universe, Earth 1610, during an early recap montage, and then later in the Lego universe, designated Earth 13122, they sample his exact audio from the 2002 film.
Tomorrow morning, Spider-Man, page 1 with a decent picture this time.
But other than Miguel referring to the little nerd in Earth 199999, we don't get a Tom Holland Peter Parker cameo in this movie. But
I don't know why.
Lee does refer to himself as Miles Guy in the Chair, as Ned Leeds does in the MCU films to Peter Parker, despite his name. Ned, with Jacob Batalon playing the character, is definitely based on Genki.
Yeah, exactly.
But the fact that Miguel O'Hara's tech displays the multiverse with the same branching sacred timeline imagery that we saw in Loki and Quantumania tells us that his technology from the year 2099 in Nueva York is starting to tap into the tech that Nathaniel Richards will master in the 31st century, which, yes, is 900 years later. But this shows that Miguel can at least observe a piece of it, and he knows enough about how the web of life and destiny works for Spider people to try to maintain a proper flow of canon. And I think this is a testament to the arachno frequency all Spider people share, a stronger awareness and appreciation of one's variance that allows Spider people to cooperate and share resources at a faster rate than variants of other individuals. Like it took Loki and Sylvie a few episodes to get along with each other, and even then Sylvie still stabbed him in the back, and Kang, despite his cooperation, all the Kangs ended up at war with each other. But the Peters and all the other Spider people seem to inherently, at least at first, trust each other as a result of their shared tragedies.
Let me guess. He died?
So this would mean, as the MCU steers toward events like Secret Wars, this Spider Society, or any team up of Spider people, is going to be especially important to bridging gaps in the multiverse, teaching other individuals how to trust each other, how to cooperate, and how to defeat multiversal threats like Kang. And now that Amy Pascal has confirmed this week that we will get a live-action Miles Morales movie, I think this guarantees that Miles is going to show up in the same world of Tom Holland, Peter Parker, and that the nephew Donald Glover referred to in Homecoming will finally get paid off. Hey, a reminder to subscribe to our new channel, The Deep Dive, and you can support us for grabbing some merch like this Multiverse Dive shirt at nerdriot.shop. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EAVoss. Follow New Rockstars and subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Another great video. Bro, this shit is crazy. This is one of the craziest movies I've ever seen in my life. Have we watched this? Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse ending explained. Wait, did we watch this?
Welcome back to New Rockstars.
No, we didn't watch this.
Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse ended with a gut punch of a cliffhanger, a true, well, what the hell
we didn't watch this video.
Moment, setting up the next installment, Beyond the Spider-Verse, currently slated to release March 29th, 2024. There's a lot to explain with this movie's take on the Spider-Verse, or I should say...
Yeah, that's actually not that far. March 29th, 2024, that's really not that far.
The arachno-humanoid poly-multiverse? No post-credit scenes, so in this video, we're just gonna discuss where this movie leaves us and what's coming next. Spoilers ahead! Also, I broke down new details of 2018's Into the Spider-Verse over on the Deep Dive channel, where on Friday, I'm hosting a live breakdown of Across the Spider-Verse at noon Eastern. Support me with one of these Miles Morales Multiverse Dive shirts at nerdriot.shop. It's one of my favorite new shirt designs. I'm gonna be wearing this all the time. And thank you to Boxu for sponsoring this video, more on their tasty offerings later. So in 2023's Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales learns that the Spider Society of Miguel O'Hara has excluded Miles because he is an anomaly, that his spider, Alchemix Spider number 42, came from another universe, Earth 42, and was never supposed to bite him. According to Miguel, this collider event caused Miles' universe's Peter Parker to die, it left Earth 42 without a Spider-Man, and it created the multiverse-consuming villain, the Spot. In Miles' universe, Jonathan Owen, revealed in this movie to be the alchemic scientist in the 2018 movie that Miles threw a bagel at, producing that hilarious action word of bagel. So Miguel explains the nature of the Spider-Verse, aka the web of life and destiny, or in his words,
Spider-Verse. It's called the arachno-humanoid polymultiverse.
You always lose me with that.
This web, he says, is made up of interlocking nodes of canon events, critical rites of passage for all spider people, which
gotta do with the
include
ending?
deaths of loved ones and sacrificial deaths of police captains, which for Gwen Stacy would be her father George Stacy, and for Miles would be his father Lieutenant Jeff Morales, soon to be Captain Jeff Morales. And Miles, as an anomaly, disrupts these canon events just by his nature, which we saw in Mumbattan when Miles saves Pavitr Prabhakar's girlfriend's father, Captain Singh,
Chat,
from the
tell me
fallout
what this
of the
got to do with the
crumbling
ending.
Alchemix building in that universe. So Miguel and his society trap villainous anomalies from the multiverse in these amber-colored shells, including a
Okay, that's actually dope. Com said that Miles can actually be a good guy. We was just wait. We all just kind of assumed he was evil since he's exactly. Exactly. Yeah, they did show 616 Peter. Oh yeah, you're right, cuz they did. Yeah, you're right. You're fucking right. Cuz they did Miles did look over at Peter B. Parker like, that happened to you too? So yeah. That's true. And Peter was like, "Yeah, it's true." Like, so yeah, you're right. Fucking love it. Cuz I love how they basing the comic book Spider-Man, 616 comic book Spider-Man, right, to Peter B. Parker, because he's 616 Spider-Man. I fucking love that shit, bro. I love that so much, bro. Love it. It's a beautiful thing that they shout out to Sony for the Spider-Verse series, bro, because they're doing an amazing job. The thing is, the writers are actual fans of Spider-Man, so that's why it's so good. When you have actual fans of fucking stuff being, you have actual fans of characters and things of that nature, in comics and things of that nature, writing for you, it's always gonna come out good, bro, because they know what the fuck they need to do. They know what to write. They know how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? When you have people, like, when they be having these directors that don't know shit about Star Wars, that don't know shit about Marvel and shit like that, why do you have these directors writing, or not directors, but shit, directing too? Why do you have writers writing this shit that don't know nothing about nothing? Directors directing things that don't know nothing about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So that should be pissing me off. But I love this. This is amazing. Incredible, bro.
live action cameo by Donald Glover as an alternate universe Aaron Davis Prowler. Remember, Glover played Aaron Davis in 2017 Spider-Man Homecoming in the MCU. Now, he wasn't necessarily Prowler yet at that time, and he also cameoed in 2018's Into the Spider-Verse on Aaron Davis's TV from an episode of NBC's Community when, as the character Troy, he wore Spider-Man PJs. Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, voiced Miles Morales in the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series. So Miguel
and the creators of Spider-Man, the creators of Miles Morales took a lot of like influence from Donald Glover. That's the reason why they made Miles, because of Donald Glover.
To encase Miles for just a few days to let Miles' father Jeff die back on Earth 1610, because we know the Spot is targeting him. But Miles is able to use his electricity powers to explode out of the energy field, and he flees all the spider people in the HQ. He lures everyone on a chase on the high-speed rail train of Nueva York. Then he fries Miguel's techno-organic suit and leaps back down to the lab, where he uses a machine to cocoon him in a shell that will send him back to his home reality based on the DNA of the spider that bit him, so that he can save his father. Miguel does the same to Gwen Stacy, sending her back to Earth 65 with no multiverse gadgets, so she's not able to help Miles. Bringing us to the final act, where things get really eerie. Miles dashes home through the rain. He passes reflections of Spider-Ham, Penny Parker, and Spider-Man Noir, his friends from the 2018 film. But this red and green tinted world just looks a little off compared to the Brooklyn he left behind. Now, when you're watching your favorite movies and shows, they've got your eyes and ears covered, but what about your other senses? For that, you need a snack. And if you want snacks Meanwhile, Miguel leads a search party of Jessica Drew and Ben Reilly to Earth 1610 to stop Miles and to let Jeff die and defeat the Spot. Gwen Stacy, meanwhile, back in Earth 65, makes peace with her dad, George, who decided to resign from the police force and therefore not be a captain. And he gives her a different gadget designed by Hobie Brown that Gwen's able to use.
They keep on repeating the same stuff.
To go to 1610 to help Miles. So Miles has gone home, but a little detail in this bedroom. Boxing
Well, I get it
gloves
because it's
now
new videos,
from the
so I
doorknob.
understand.
This is a room of a Miles who's still working the bag. So Miles tells
They're
his mother
refreshing.
Rio that he's Spider-Man, and we think Gwen is listening outside, but Rio doesn't know who Spider-Man is.
Right, I was like,
for a second, we think it's a joke that Rio might just not be caught up on current events, but
right, that's what I thought. Like, I thought she was like, nigga, you Spider-Man? Like, at first, I was like, she was like, you really Spider-Man? That's what I thought, but then I started noticing, I was like, oh yeah, she really don't know who Spider-Man is. Just by, like, how long she paused, the facial reaction, I was like, okay, she don't know who the fuck that is, nigga.
No. Like the classic Silence of the Lambs fake out, where Clarice Starling is going to one home while the FBI is raiding a different home. Gwen is actually outside a different location in a different universe. Miles' empty bedroom in 1610. Meanwhile, Miles realizes he is not in his home universe.
Right,
that
right.
machine
He can't go
back
nowhere.
in Nueva York was based on the DNA of the spider that bit him, which was not from 1610. It was from Earth 42, a universe with no Spider-Man. In this universe, Uncle Aaron is still alive. He says, hey,
Son of
calling
the
back his
Thanos.
shoulder move
Facts.
advice from the first movie, and he asks Miles why he took his braids out. So Aaron, a criminal, has been giving Rio to help her make ends meet, and it's taken Miles under his wing. They go to the roof, and they see the memorial mural is not of Aaron, but of Miles' father, Jeff Morales. Jeff is dead in this universe. Miles gets knocked out, and he wakes up tied to Aaron's punching bag in his apartment, the one that Miles and Aaron worked out with in the 2018 film, and the one that Miles tied Peter B. Parker to. Aaron now reveals that he is not the Prowler, someone else is, and a younger Prowler steps forward and unmasks himself. It's the face of Miles. His hair is braided. The credits identify this as Miles G. Morales. He's voiced by Gerald Jerome. Our Miles' shocked face is lit by
That's dope.
red on one side, blue on the other, but in the middle, those two colors mixed, Prowler purple. A color that, not to get too nerdy about this, does not exist in the normal spectrum of light, because in the spectrum of all visible light by the human eye, blue is on one side, red is at the other end. Our rods and cones just kind of mix them together in our heads. That's why purple is often associated with villains in these.
That's fucking crazy, right? No, listen to what he just said, bro. Because that's insane. That is fucking crazy. Bro, the world is... There's some nerd shit for real, bro. No, I bet I put money on it. Nobody knew this shit. Like, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but like, still.
Not to get too nerdy about this, does not exist in the normal spectrum of light, because in the spectrum of all visible light by the human eye,
Crazy.
blue is on one side, red is at the other end. Our rods and cones just kind of mix them together in our heads. That's why purple is often associated with villains in these movies, because it's just not from
It's
this
just-
world.
exactly.
So our Miles says, if I don't get home, our dad is going to die. But Prowler
Oh, nigga, your dad gonna die. Nigga, my dad is already dead.
corrects, your dad. Our Miles begs, please, you have to let me go. But Prowler says, why would I do that? And he clenches his armored fist and presses the punching bag right beside Miles' face. So the film ends with the Spot closing in on Miles' father, Jeff, back in 1610. But we hear this wild drum solo, taking us back to the opening image of the movie, Gwen Stacy's drumming with her band, the Mary Janes. Remember, this movie began with Gwen Stacy leaving her band, and now she says she found a new band, the combined forces of herself, Gwen Stacy, Peter B. Parker, Hobie Brown, Spider-Man Noir, Penny Parker, and Spider-Ham, on course to rescue and avenge.
Yeah. Wait. The red and blue color, they could be teasing that. Yeah, exactly. Our Miles was supposed to be Prowler. His color. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we was talking about earlier. Like, Miles from Earth 42 is most likely good. And they was talking about, like, in Uncle Aaron's crib in Earth 42, you can see the blue and red, which is like a sign of, like, you know, good if you think about it. So yeah. Yeah, and then that purple in the middle. Yeah. That's true. But I genuinely think, like, bro, like, I think he's a good guy or an anti-hero. I think he's an anti-hero on some Batman shit, trying to, like, you know, make sure things is good, which is not. But, you know, trying to take down the Sinister Six with his uncle. That's what I think. Probably a good guy forced to do bad things. Yeah, because he's in a bad environment. Everything around him is just fucked up. But I think he's really trying to take down the Sinister Six. Maybe not bad, but Batman style crime fighting. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Breaking niggas' necks, breaking niggas' heads, not giving a fuck if they die. On some Punisher shit. Probably on some Punisher shit. You feel me? That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying?
Miles. End of movie. No post-credit scene. See you next year for Beyond the Spider-Verse. But how do any of them untangle this mess? Well, you could say Miles' dad might just be able to go the George Stacy route and resign from the PNY.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That seems
I
like
was telling my girlfriend that I was like, "Yo, maybe he could just resign." Something on my nose. Maybe they could just let him resign, bro. Make him resign some type of way. So that was dope how he resigned, like how George Stacy resigned. I like that. I was like, let's go. That nigga ain't gonna die. I was like, yeah.
technicality and not really be able to undo the anomaly of Miles' existence as a Spider-Man? Of course, it's also possible that Miguel's interpretation of the rules of the web and life and destiny are not sacrosanct, and that rather than Miles being the
No, I don't think it's directly at Miles' father because he don't spot. I think we explained this earlier. Cyrus explained it perfectly. Cyrus explained that, you know, this is what he said. Damn, bro, hold up. All right, let me explain this to you, bro. Let me explain this to you. So Cyrus, he explained that, like, all right, Spot, right? Nah, Jefferson believes in doing what's right no matter what. I know he won't resign. His character would sacrifice his life. Exactly. Just like how he sacrificed his life multiple times in Marvel Spider-Man. Exactly. But no, but like Cyrus explained, Dame, was it Dame? No, not Dame. Who said that? Kenny. All right, so we was saying like Spot might not actually know who Miles is and actually know exactly who Miles' dad is, but what I was saying that, like, while Spot was talking to Miles about, like, you know, taking everything away from him, Miles was automatically imagining, you know, everything that could happen. Was imagining everything that happens, or whatever the case may be, like with his dad dying and shit like that. And then it was just correlating with what Spot was saying on the screen, so it made it seem like Spot knew exactly what he, you know what I'm saying? But I could be wrong too. I just realized there's legit no one there to protect Miles' world from Spot. That's a fact. Gwen left, Miguel most likely left too. Yeah, they left right before Miles ended up in the universe. Gwen went to go get Peter B. Parker and shit like that. Yeah, Spot looks like he's just destroying everything. And in destruction, there's a kid that will get crushed, and Jefferson would save the kid but end up dying. I could see that. I could see that happening. Sort of similar to, I mean, that's just similar to fucking 616 Captain Stacy, so. I really don't see regular Spider people beating God level Spot. No, fuck no. That nigga OP as fuck. They gonna have to do something, like something's gonna have to happen, like, and they go Metro Boomin right there. That's dope how they had him in the middle, directly in the middle.
exception, the anomaly, the mistake. The Spider-Verse might be stronger if more spider people were bitten by spiders from other dimensions, because it would make them responsible not just for their homes, but other neighboring universes.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes plenty of sense. Hold on, go back. What are you saying? That makes plenty of sense.
The mistake, the Spider-Verse might be stronger if more spider people were bitten by spiders from other dimensions.
Exactly.
Because it would make them responsible not just for their homes, but other neighboring universes.
Exactly.
One thing we've learned about these movies is that sometimes folks just have to live in multiple worlds at once.
Yeah.
And so maybe by defeating Prowler Miles in the next movie, the solution could be to save him by getting him bitten by a radioactive spider from another universe.
Nigga, if they do that, that would be crazy, bro. What if they do that, bro? Ooh. Imagine this nigga gonna be OP. If they make, oh my god. This is beautiful. This is fucking beautiful. If they make Prowler Miles go from Prowler to Spider-Man, my nigga. That nigga already trained. He'll be even more OP. He might be stronger than Miles. I mean, minus the invisibility and bioelectricity, but boy, what? Prowler Spider-Man, give him the Prowler suit. Oh my, the Prowler Spider-Man suit from Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Oh my god. Purple Rain suit from Miles. Oh my god. Boy, that nigga gonna be OP. Imagine that, bro. If they did that, bro, that would be crazy. You gotta admit, that would be insanity. It's over, bro. It's over. Bro, they gotta give that nigga. Bro, they gotta get that nigga the suit, bro. They gotta make him Spider-Man. If they do that, that would be a beautiful thing. That would be a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. I hope they do
and
that.
Since this movie established Spider-Verse canon events, as Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker mourning
That's a
the
canon
death of
event,
Captain
though.
Stacy from
He's
the
supposed to become
2012
Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man film, and Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker greeting Cliff Roberts and Uncle Ben's death in that movie, two universes we know are linked to the MCU by Spider-Man No Way Home. And the Spot in this movie visited Mrs. Chen from Venom, a universe this movie labels Earth 688. And we also, of course, got a live-action MCU actor, Donald Glover, in an animated world. It's just inevitable that Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to leave us with a live-action Miles Morales who can exist in the MCU. Now, my Easter egg breakdown of this film is coming this weekend on the main New Rockstars channel, with
they
more
already
videos and
dropped the
explanations
Easter
to come
egg,
beyond that. Subscribe to the Deep Dive, though, for deeper analyses, including my live breakdown of this movie, Friday, noon Eastern, and grab a
No, they
Miles
shouldn't rush
Multiverse
him.
Dive shirt.
No,
at
they
Nerd
shouldn't rush him into the MCU because we have yet to see Peter as an adult yet, bro. They should not do that. I agree with that. Not yet. Give it a few years. You know what I'm saying? Peter fighting. Peter fighting different motherfuckers and shit. Yo, they should hold up. They should hold off on that for a little bit. Definitely need to hold off on that. Oh fuck. Yeah, bro. I think we good after this.
Follow
bro.
me on Instagram and Twitter at EABoss. Follow New Rockstars and subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Chat. I'm out of here, bro. It's been real. This was a good ass stream, bro. We got game from there. All right, yeah. We just talked about that. But this was a good stream, bro. Something I had to do. I know it wasn't a shit ton of people in here, but I had to do it. I had to do it, man. I was been sick. I haven't been dropping no Marvel Spider-Man 2 videos. I should be streaming tomorrow though. Fucking tired, bro. I just I feel like shit. You can hear it in my voice. Oh, that'll be dope, Daniel. That'll be fire. Thank you, y'all. For the people that was on here. I'm gonna catch y'all later though, bro. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go to sleep, bro. I gotta go to sleep. So I'm oh fuck. Fucking mucus not coming up. I'm gonna catch y'all later though, bro. Y'all be easy. Deuces, bro. I'll drop more videos this week for sure. I'm out of here. Yes, sir. Thank you.